All right. The Chronicles of the Folk Band, session number 27. So the folk band finished their fight with Ebondeath with no clear winner in that fight, unfortunately. More of a mutual retreat.
I
Um,
mean, one of us was gone before the other.
Yeah.
yeah. That is very true.
Yeah,
That is
because
very true.
even Death's a bitch.
Yes, Ebondeath. Yeah, he definitely didn't want to face you head on. Um, yeah, you just didn't have any answers for him being able to jump in and out of the place there. Anyway, so he tried to trap you inside the temple, and you all had to avoid the trap that you all triggered. But in the end, he did a little bit of damage to your airship before totally bugging out. And you all managed to gather up a bunch of bones and trinkets and items and made your way back out to the airship and decided to head to Womford. You have a treasure trove of information from the Allfather's avatar, and decided to make your way to Womford to gather up hopefully, infiltrate the Zhentarim home base of operations and steal away the contract between Uthor and the Zhentarim to kill Queen Neri. And kind of be able to use that to prove to Sarissa, the reigning ruler, that Uthor was indeed betraying them. Because it's basically on the way, you decided to stop at Gauntlgrym and get some information, I think, as well as picking up a few items and getting a good night's sleep. It's about 8:30, so I assume you're going to sleep before taking off. But this is a good place to ask the question. So you've got a player in the group with a character you're about to meet. You haven't necessarily done everything you came to Gauntlgrym to do. I think you wanted to ask the mage some information, something or
I
other.
wanted explodey things.
That's right. You wanted to buy more explosives. There's a few shops I think you hadn't visited. So, do you want to role play anything else at Gauntlgrym, or do you simply want to kind of cut all the shoe leather out of that process in order to make it faster
Like you
to
said, I
meet?
don't want Mario to have to sit around. So I mean,
That's exactly what I'm
I don't
thinking.
mind. I don't mind. But
we mind.
One thing, and this doesn't have to be a role play, but I was gonna see if we could find some folks here, dwarves being a crafty bunch, that might be able to help repair the larger damage to our airship.
Okay. Yep. So the druids would tell you that they have some supplies that are specifically made for patching the airship. However, it's a painstaking process, and the airship can be healed a maximum of 3 hit points per day that it spends in one place.
Okay.
So it has to spend 24 hours in one place, and then they have the materials to heal up to 3 hit points.
Fair.
How do we know how much damage it's taken?
It has 50 total hit points with a damage threshold of 10. So if something hits it for 7 damage, it does 0 damage. But if it hits it for 11, it does 11 damage. So it has 50 total hit points. But it's broken into so the balloon has 50 hit points. The gondola itself has 100 hit points. So it's kind of one of those things. The ballista also have hit points, but I don't really want to play that game where they're going to attack the ballista and then you can't use. So I'm just going to say it's the balloon and the gondola. The gondola similarly has a 10 hit point threshold. So there's that. You did find out that you can learn the 4 stations required to run the airship, but it takes 24 hours of learning time in order to be proficient enough to do that. But then at some point, your group can just fly it by itself.
Yeah, I got my button.
So I should probably start a note about that so we can track how many hours. Okay. Airship. Apprenticing. Okay. So there is the helm, the thrust, the lift, and I don't know, what's the fourth thing you need to do to run a ship?
Wait, sorry, what positions did you say?
So the helm, so someone to steer, the
Yep.
thrust, someone to push forward, or someone to, decide how fast forward. One is lift, so up and down.
Those are three. Those are
I
three
mean-
dimensions. I mean,
Controlling the
Right.
sails, right? Like,
It only has a balloon, like it doesn't have to
oh,
sail.
that's right.
the only thing I could think was manning the ballista.
Or lookout. I mean, I guess that's not really a super
Navigator?
active navigator.
Navigator. Okay. Navigator. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So your trip here was 7 hours or 6.5 hours or something like that. 350. So about 7 hours. So I know Mam and Zwazos were reading during that time. Mam was copying a spell,
Yes.
I believe, and Zwazos is reading from his tome. Vark and Nyx, though, were available to learn if they wanted to put 7 hours into one of those things.
I would like to learn navigation.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like Nyx's deal. They've already got experience with cartography and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
7 hours. What about Vark?
Vark would want to do propulsion. He'd want to be the guy to make it go. I would think.
I would think so too.
That sounds as
I'm
good as-
kind of imagining him and Mam like side by side, like with big ropes, like one doing up and down, the other going forward and back.
Or one of those pumping things that you put into the.
Something for just the image of the two biggest characters like jumping and like whatever to.
Or they just that's how we steer. Is we just have Vark and Mam go from one side to the other.
Oh God, there are ballast. Ma'am, you need to enlarge yourself and Vark so we can lower the ship.
All right. Okay, so that is something that I've been forgetting to do. So every morning I'll roll for weather because I keep forgetting that we need to roll
Yes.
for weather every day. So it's just been beautiful sunny skies forever. And
Well, it is summertime, right?
no, you are into the fall. So midsummer was almost 2 months ago.
Oh, geez, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was summer when we went into the Feywild.
Correct. Well, it would. It was it?
I want to say it was.
So the gala, the folk band gala, happened a 10-day after midsummer. So you were in the waning summer, but still summer, yeah, I guess. Harvest side, so the annual holiday into official fall is less than a 10-day away. So you're almost at the end of summer. So I guess it is still kind of summer.
So Nick,
Or
is
it's
the
getting chill.
while we're asking questions and stuff,
Yeah.
the note that of Zwazos's time with his tome is that up to date currently as of the morning we wake up in Gauntlgrym?
Well, yes, yeah. Because you spent 1 hour in the temple studying, and then you spent 7 hours on the ship studying. So, and that's what those dates are for.
Yeah.
On the 23rd, you got 8 total hours. So
Yeah, I
that's-
didn't know if there were any more hours between when we finished shopping and going to bed.
That kind of depends on right now. Like, are you doing anything between that time, or
So
are
it
you
was
just
8:30.
heading
It was 8:30 at night when we finished shopping.
Yes.
You said it was 8.
And,
Okay.
Yep. And so now the question is, what does the folk band want to do? Do you want to role play any of that? Do you want to just blast through it?
I mean, assuming that it's going to take some time for Ma'am and Nyx to get their explosives / information. Oh no, that's right. Ma'am was going to ask about patching up, but we already addressed that.
Yeah, the druids do.
So
that.
if there's an hour before bed and maybe an hour before we take off, I'd take those. If there is, but it depends on when we take off, and I don't know what time that is and stuff.
Right.
I have just a couple like general goods things to get, and a question for the druids. Neither of which I think need to be like role played out.
Okay. We can do that. And I'm also going to share the black powder shop so Nyx can shop at their leisure.
Can I borrow some funds?
I say yes. Take whatever you need from, or if there's anything. Well, I guess he probably wouldn't do exchanges. I'd say yeah. Take from our sheet.
Yeah, take
Thank you.
And purple would, like, if you have something that like if you had like a wand of fireballs, like he would probably take that in exchange. Like if you have something that blows shit up, he would probably take it in exchange.
Don't we have beads? Oh no, they were fake.
They were
Yeah,
fake.
they were fake, unfortunately.
I wonder what happened to them. I wonder if rats coming to him. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anybody remember what information we wanted to ask? Because I do not remember.
I have a vague recollection, but I can't remember exactly what it was. You wanted to ask the wizards.
I mean, anything about some way of binding a creature from shifting through planes. I know there's a spell called planar binding, but it's my understanding that it wouldn't help us. I think when I looked at the language, or Justin and I spoke about it.
Yeah, I don't think. I can't think of what I would have asked. So, I have sending. Can always ask later.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I remember the answer, but
Alex, what is?
What is
Okay.
no for 400?
Oh god. Hang on. I seriously thought it was like binding on the plane, like to stop Evandeth from.
Pulling that shit again.
Yeah. I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Get what it was. Shoot, I have to go back.
And I thought there was like a personal question of Ma'am's too, but maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Ma'am didn't ask her a
Anyway.
personal question.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Let's see, Vark has 2 questions left. Amos has a personal question left. Other than that, all the questions were asked.
Well, so, be aware of like wizard spells that she's doesn't personally know, right? Like,
Yeah, like maybe not the more obscure like talk
Right.
spells or things like that, but yeah,
Sure.
I mean, like you would read about certain spells, sure.
Then I would like to have her ask the druids if they know and can prepare the spell Continual Flame.
Flame. Is it a group?
There he is!
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes. So they would say, yes, it's a spell that we're aware of. If we had a night to, pray, we could
So, Chris,
use that.
She would ask if they would be willing to prepare it and do a couple castings for us in the morning.
She said, "Yeah, but we don't have ruby dust. If you could gather the ruby dust, we could do that for you."
Yeah.
So that
how
is
much-
a spell that it requires 50 gold pieces worth of ruby dust, which the spell consumes.
All right.
Oh, so we need.
So you need actual ruby dust. For
I mean,
50
we wanted to get spell components for Find Familiar anyways, so can check for that.
Good thinking.
And I figure I might, wherever I can get spell components, because I want to check for that. I'll check for the ruby dust and stuff for teleportation circle.
And so, yes, Gauntlgrym has spell components there, and there is an actual jeweler. There's a jewel depot as well as a jeweler's emporium. So the jeweler has jewels, you could buy jewels, especially if you just wanted to carry jewels instead of money. And then the jeweler's emporium is actual jewelry, pendants and bracelets and.
I also.
She doesn't want to be perceived.
Who doesn't? I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, you could. So again, cut the shoe leather out. You can get the ruby dust. They do charge a little bit of a cost to grind it into dust. So if you just wanted 2 castings worth, it would cost 110. So it's a 10% charge to grind it down.
So we want 4. 4.
So I mean, I guess table talk. This great way to get around needing to constantly restock torches, lighting and snuffing, and it basically gives us a torch that we can safely stow away when we're not using. So I guess whoever wants an infinite burning torch, we can get stuff for that.
Well, I still marvel at how we are an entire party of animal folk with only one of us with dark vision.
Hi.
I should have done Owlin, damn it.
So maybe just to be safe, I'll get us 4 castings worth.
Yeah.
If
Sound
they've
good.
got that, so 220.
Okay. Yep.
And then I don't remember. Let me look at. I want to say the stuff for teleportation circle costs 50 gold each casting. And I think Find Familiar is 10 gold each casting.
Yeah.
Oops.
My mic working now?
Yes,
Oh,
it
there
is.
you go.
yeah,
Hello.
There we go. Boo.
there you are.
All right. So
Yes, Find Familiar is 10, and teleportation circle is 50.
Yeah, so Zwazos would want to get 10 castings worth of incense. I think it's a good number to keep on me.
so ruby dust times 4. What about ma'am? How many?
10 seems like a good.
10?
Yeah.
Does Ma'am have money for that and also gold for her spell copying? Because I got, I could get incense for both of those.
I would not say no to that because I know
Okay.
you have a lot of gold or a lot of platinum.
I have a lot of platinum, yeah. I'm just converting 20 platinum into gold right now. Good.
Okay, so I am going to for whatever reason, one block of incense is 5 gold pieces, but you need 10 gold pieces to cast the spell. Rather than make that weird, I'm going to make one block 10 gold pieces. So you need one block to cast the spell. I don't know why it's got to be weird like that.
Yeah.
So.
Would you mind if I just keep it in my inventory as like an item called Find Familiar
Stuff.
components?
But yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, because that's what I have for or actually I am probably going to change what I have for teleportation circle, because right now it just says rare chalks and inks, and that's going to get confusing.
So Nick, how do I take the gold out of my inventory? Is there like a shop function?
In this case, no. I could create a shop with all this mundane stuff, but it would take time. So what I would do is just do the math, and
yeah. So yeah,
there's no minus, so you would just type in the new amount.
Okay, so just no.
So I just created an item called Find Familiar Incense.
Okay.
Excellent.
And so I will put that in the party sheet times 20. So that'll be 200 gold from someone. I did already add the ruby dust into the party sheet, so it's 220 gold.
Is there a way to? Because I know I click and drag the dragon's head, but is there a way to click and drag the dragon's head without taking everything?
I think if you click and drag the head, you only get one of the item, and then I think there's some weird thing where you can, like, as you're dragging it, like it's like a shift scroll to get more than, I don't know.
I'm gonna click and drag it.
Yep. Okay.
And then would I also be able to get 2 castings worth of teleportation circle components, which would be another 100?
Do you need help with that, Justin?
Yeah. Is that?
I was gonna ask if we could just use party sheet for that, because that's a.
Oh yeah, because that's for the whole party.
Thing.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense to me.
So is that like special chalk?
Yes, it's chalks and inks.
Okay. So I can make a copy of that also and just call that teleportation chalk.
I already have it in my I already had 2 in my inventory, so I can just increase that.
Oh, gotcha. It's already there. Okay. Yeah. And have you renamed it so it's easy to?
Yes.
Did you want to? Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was just rare chalks and inks, but
okay.
But yeah, I'm changing it to teleportation circle chalks.
And do you want me to take money out of the party sheet for this? Have you already taken it out of your own?
I have not.
No, party sheet. We'll do party sheet, but teleportation circle is something the whole party uses. So I think it makes perfect sense that the gold for it would come out of the party sheet.
Okay, so that was 100 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I took that out of the party sheet. Did you buy your own incense? Did you already take the money out as well as those?
Yeah, I reset my 201 gold to 1.
Okay, excellent.
And the last thing, I was just going to say we should all check our rations.
Oh, good call. Oh. Where are my rations?
Do you have any?
I do not appear to. This is...
I mean, we could just buy like 20 rations and put them in the party sheet and take them as we need them.
I mean, yeah, that works for me. That's 4 days worth for the whole party. I mean,
Hell, buy more. Like, I don't know.
I don't know how to take gold out of the party sheet.
Oh, you can't.
Oh.
I'll just add the gold to your person, and I'll take it out of the sheet.
Okay. 720 will need to be.
20. Whoa. Okay. Very good. All right, so I created an item called called Continual Flame Rock, and it has the code. It has the coding for a torch. So if you take that rock and put it in your inventory, you can have a torch.
there's only the one in the party sheet. Yay.
Now there's 4.
Mwahaha.
All right. Okay, and for the sake of shoe leather, we're going to not do the thing. All right. So, I will say that gives Zwazos another hour for his home.
Yay.
As far as leaving in the morning, what's everyone's thoughts? Do you want to leave as soon as possible? It's going to take, if you're heading straight
Trigger,
to
we need
Womford-
potions of health.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Potions of health, sorry.
Yes.
I would, I mean, why don't we just take a walk down the hallway and see who we run into? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Holy
Well,
balls.
so that's kind of if you want to spend time in Gauntlgrym, we could adjust where you're going to meet Neeb. The idea is that you're not meeting him in Gauntlgrym. If that's the wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, then we need to leave after we get our potions.
You leave me.
Neeb, neeb,
No.
neeb. I thought you just said neeb, neeb, neeb. Neeb,
I don't have
neeb, like a
catchphrase.
Pokemon.
I don't
Oh
have a
my God.
catchphrase yet.
Do we need to be Neeb?
Catchphrases will come in time.
Did
Can
we
I
just
I
assume?
can't force them.
Yeah. Can I assume you want this also out of the party sheet?
Yes, please.
That's a
Okay.
lot more than I was expecting it to be. Again, I'm swimming in money. I'd be willing to split it with the party. If that's like I could transfer X number of
Like 7.
yeah, I transfer like 70 platinum into the party sheet.
They have. Anybody have a opinion?
I mean, it's your money, but do we have enough in the party sheet right now?
Okay, fine. I guess we'll wait till the party sheet runs out before I start supplementing.
You may run into someone at some point that you want to give that money to.
I mean, no, who knows?
Just saying. Just
Yeah.
saying. There's a thing. There's a thing in the
Oh
world
yeah, there is a thing in the world.
that costs a lot of money.
It must cost a lot of money. It's a good thing we rolled such a good price on that fucking claw glove thing.
Yeah, some of those were that was minus 1443. Okay, so where's Nyx? Are you just gonna buy those into your inventory, Nyx?
I've been the keeper of potions so far. I
Okay.
guess I am.
All right, so I will All right, let's math here. I got to bring out my little handy dandy Windows calculator. Okay, 198 plus 1443, so 1641. Okay, so I transferred the money to you. You can go ahead and hit buy.
Bye.
Then 1443.
Yay.
1443. 1741. Okay, done. All right. We'll just close. Oh, no, that's good. Shops. All right. So,
sorry.
I was just going to say, so it sounds like you got everything you want out of Gauntlgrym. You know it's going to take approximately 8 hours to fly to Womford, which is about the longest you can kind of stay in the air. Do you want to head straight there? Is there anything else you want to do? Anywhere you want to go?
I would have. So I spent an hour reading, and then at the start, theoretically starting at 8:30, I would have wanted to spend an hour reading, and then also resummon Amos before going to bed because I would want to snuggle him.
Very good. All right. So make sure to remove a block of incense from your inventory.
I was going to say the same thing. Ma'am is resummoning Bubble before bed.
Fantastic. Let's get.
Oh, I have 38 rations. Right.
Jesus.
So maybe we don't need to buy rations.
Maybe we didn't need those, but oh well. Alright.
Did we actually buy any?
I thought so.
I missed them because they were in my bag of holding.
Oh dear.
I know that's fine. I think I probably have the whole party's worth of rations in my bag of holding.
But how relatable is that? Like, if we actually lived in a magic world and we had a bag of holding, could you imagine how many times we're like, where did we put that? Oh well, go and buy another, and then open the bag of holding and be like, oh shit!
Oh my God,
I'll dump it out and be like, oh, that's where that
all this
went.
hard talking jerky spilling out all over me.
All this dust comes out with it.
Oh dear, just like, just a puff of cloud.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. You can all decide if there's anything else you want to do before heading out on the airship.
I mean, the instant Swazos wakes up, his face is going to be buried back in the book, and I don't plan on taking my face out of that book until something very, very, very interesting and short and slimy happens, or the initiative gets rolled. I want to finish my tome today. I'm cutting it pretty close to the wire.
Let's get some coffee real quick. Right back.
For what? For what?
I have to get the tome finished within 6 days, or I have to start over.
Oh, that's why you've been persistent about it.
So like,
I was wondering. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this?
Plus, I could imagine Swazos just being the slightest bit anxious at just being able to look at his +7 charisma modifier and giggle.
We had discussed making a harness for Bubble.
I vaguely remember that.
What needed to, was it the druids that knew how to make a little harness for us, or
Leather or something?
Well, you're at Gauntlgrym. I'd say they have some leather workers.
Yeah. Yes.
What did you want this to do again?
so that Bubble could use the Shard of Ice rune and attune to it.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yep. I would say for 12 gold, you can have a harness made for Bubble.
Yes, I will absolutely do that. Let's see.
And so the similar rules apply as to Amos, where you'd have to use your action on your turn to tell Bubble to activate the item, and then they would use their reaction to do so.
Does that still apply if it's not a spell?
If it's so, well, it's
If it's an action.
which like what property would you want to use?
I was mostly looking at the one as an action. You can touch yourself or another creature. Icy Mantle of Protection. Next time within a minute, the target takes bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage. It's reduced to 0.
I mean, if you're out of combat, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in combat, it's still kind of the same thing. Like Amos has to. It's still a buff. Like, when Amos does his buff spells, Wazos has to tell him to do that because he can't do it. They can't do like attack actions, things like that on their turn, right?
Okay.
So, where is Lublé? So who has the?
I have the shard.
You have the shard. Okay. Let's move. Does it say shard? Where is it?
It's right at the top of my Shard of the Ice rune.
Shard.
550.
Right, and I assume Bubble spent the night attuning to it.
Yes, most certainly.
Let's see, did that automatically do the thing?
He puts on his little vest and is definitely like peacocking a little bit. Like thinks he looks very cool. Poses
Does look very cool
on top of Mam's hammer, showing off that he has a little ice shard with the same ice rune as his mom's ice rune shard or ice rune on her hammer. Just like, casually calling attention to it, like.
Awesome. I love it. Poor shark. All right. So,
Yes. Womford,
are we heading straight out in the morning? Who's doing what?
what time is it when we wake up?
That's kind of the question. What time?
Okay. Well, it's after we get a long rest. So is that set at 6:30? That's 8 hours after I had said I would be done casting Amos back.
Sure.
So
What time is everyone? What time is everyone waking up and leaving?
Zwazos is up at 6:30, fully rested and raring to go, and getting everybody going because he's anxious to get onto the ship where he can sit and finish his tome.
What is Vark's strength modifier? Okay. Zwazos is going to take 4 damage from being punched by Vark for waking him up. I'm kidding. I'm not really.
That would be realistic. Oh my god.
Well, I was gonna brag about how that doesn't even bring me into double-digit hit points, but it does. I have 103 hit points.
103. That brings you just down. All right, I'm going to give you all the long rest here.
And all of a sudden we just hear thud, whack! It's just like this squawk from the other room and like feathers everywhere.
God damn it!
Yeah, you don't want Bark waking up.
Is that a poison dart frog?
Yeah,
Basically.
I'm so happy about this.
yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
that not work?
I've
That
I've
didn't
thought
work.
about I told myself if I ever play a rogue, it's either gonna be a changeling or a grung.
Well, here you go.
Oh, shit balls.
Oh no, what?
I screwed that up.
No.
Hang on.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh, just wait. It's even worse than that.
Oh no.
Because Neeb got a portion of that experience and should not have. So you're all gonna share 6,000 more.
I just got kicked out for the 4th time so far this morning. So I guess I don't know what I'll do. I have my son-in-law friggin'
Yeah, something different. Because we're not even really sharing maps at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's really strange. I would think, because you remember I started using the big monitor, so I could actually see the map. And I was all excited because I would only have to run one computer. I could have the video chat going on my computer, and then the second monitor would have the map on it. But that slowed me down.
Yeah.
But everything else worked fine. I never got kicked out until last session. I got kicked out all the time.
Have you used Tori's trick of opening up that task manager and then selecting fantasy grounds and setting it the priority to high?
Oh, that's a good. Yes, I can. I'm sure I can figure out how to do that.
All right. Now I have to add. Very needy. There we go. So, party sheeted. And then from the party sheet on here, then I have to catch you up so that you're all the same amount. Experience. XP. All right, Neeb. 164, 150. Oh, can't do it there. Amazing that when you meet this guy, he has exactly the same amount of experience as you in the world. It's weird.
What is that?
Yeah.
Hello. How do I set the?
Hello.
You're, 846 experience away from 165,000.
So she mentioned that there was a way to
If this were a video game, this is where you'd go out into the forests of Gauntlgrym and go kill frogs until you reach the next level. Well, okay, maybe not frogs. Maybe
Okay.
and find
No,
some.
no, really big frogs over there by Gauntlgrym. Right here.
That's right. That's right.
Good luck. Thank you.
Man,
All right.
Wrestling.
I still can't. So wait. So 865 XP. Did you say?
Yeah, 845. 46. Away.
Did you happen to give us the experience from the Visit the Oracle of the Allfather quest?
I just did.
Damn.
I just did. Oh, wait. No, I don't think I did. Not for the quest. Right? Because there's a quest.
There's also Return Body of Davrim Greybeard to Gauntlgrym.
That's got to be worth at least 4,000 XP. Well, we need 5. We need 5.
Oh, I didn't actually give that an experience, but it feels like you should have some experience for that. What is?
What's it? 840?
Like 846
times 5
divided by 5 is. I think I will give. Oh, times 5. Right, 846. That's 5. Okay, so this. So I'm going to give you this quest. Return the body. It's not worth that much, but it's worth a little bit. Return the body, and then there's... Visit the Oracle of the Alpha. Oh, there you go. You guys can see what that's worth, right? It says it right in the quest. All right.
Then, just like in a video game, I look back through my side quests and say, what random trinket can I fast travel and just return for some experience?
Oh, damn.
Welcome
Crap,
to level
I got
15.
Remind
fuck, shit, fuck. I have to fucking hold off.
language.
I mean, if you don't have to hold off, you are choosing to hold off
but I'm
just in case, because your character is kind of meta-ing what they might get in a different place, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Michael.
Yes.
How many adventures are going to happen between now and when you might get this thing that you're hoping to find?
Well, I had said that if we didn't find one in Waterdeep, that I was gonna move on as though I wasn't gonna find one anytime soon.
At this point, how long do you think it's going to take you all to get back to Waterdeep?
Well, I
And
think
how many?
we're gonna go to Womford. We're gonna try and find the contract, and then our next step is Waterdeep on our way to the Whalebones. Yes.
Okay, that's up to you.
I'm asking.
You're asking who?
The party.
Okay.
Because that's what I...
And do you want to be a level behind everybody at Womford?
Oh, wait. So we could theoretically do this level up now and have it.
You have the experience now. You're level 15. You just slept after getting, everyone has the ability to level up now to 15.
Yes, I see the XP.
So can we
So,
go
yes.
ahead?
Yeah, go forth and level up.
All right.
I wish we had this conversation at the end of last session, so you all could have leveled up, had this. Because I totally forgot to give you the quest experience.
There's a plus next to my monk level. Hang on, can I just hit that plus?
Yeah.
I just gained proficiency.
Oh
in
no,
wisdom
that's
saving
to
throws.
add a
Wait.
different. To add a different. Never mind. Hang on.
Oh,
How do I
let's
do this
add a
again?
different class.
I now have
Yeah.
persistent rage.
Yeah. Hang on. So I open this up and then I
Yeah.
click
I have
level
slippery
up, right?
mind.
level up,
Oops, sorry. Oops.
and I'm going to level up my. I get timeless body.
Ooh.
That's a
That
good.
sounds cool.
I no longer need food or water. And I cannot be aged magically. Oh, fuck yeah. I am immortal-ish. Not really.
Immortal-ish.
Immortal-ish. It's not. Mm. All right.
I need to find something that gives me 26 health.
Does that bring you to $150?
200.
200. Oh my god! Which is like 400.
I'm at
health for you,
174 right now.
That is ridiculous.
I'm so thick.
Big boy. Thick boy.
Man.
I'm like 4C thick.
I realized that I was muted this entire time and that the repetitive questions that I
Alright.
was asking was not actually getting answered because I was muted. So I was asking, I'm wounded and I don't know how I got hurt. And I was wondering if we pressed the button for a long rest. Because I still have none of my stuff back.
Oh, I did. Why didn't that take? I did.
I
hit
shall
the
be back
one.
in just a minute.
Okay, let me just take a look.
No. I have to go turn some. Son of a bitch.
Okay, hang on. Let me just turn that to 0. Okay, there we go. Now, all right. All right. Well, At least I caught it then. All right, hang on. I'm
Son of a bitch. One of my extensions is broken. It won't let me long rest you because of the automatically giving EXP on a long rest or something that's breaking on that. This one. Off. Okay. Now can I long rest you? Yep, there you go. Alright. Alright. Fine. Fine. Not fine, but it's fine. So now you got your long rest. Alright.
Real quick, Nick, I'm noticing my my health increase did not take into account increasing my constitution, like for retroactive levels.
Oh, I thought we did that.
Yeah, it just I just did the math and I should be at 160, I think. It only went up 10, which would have been my current con score plus my wizard edition.
Yeah. Okay. So it should be 160 total, did you say?
Yes. Which would make sense because that's the additional 14 for the previous levels. Higher than, yeah. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna resolve this because I don't like this being unresolved, and this is not something that this is something you would not have found out about, but it makes sense that you would. So about 4 a.m. at night, you, ma'am, got a sending from Varna saying that a floating castle has appeared over Waterdeep. They don't know what's happening. They've sent a couple. Apparently, the Lord whatever of Waterdeep has sent a couple emissaries to find out what's going on, but they've been rebuffed, and so Waterdeep is in a little bit of a state of flux right now. Like there's people are kind of panicking. Like there's this whole Zwazos might take that as there may be less opportunity to buy stuff in Waterdeep when you arrive.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome. I know that's not the answer you wanted, but
At
least it resolves the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. At this point, if you were going to wait, I felt really bad having you wait and then find that out.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Normally, I wouldn't give meta information like that, but I did not want
I'm
you
just
to totally be
now
screwed.
realizing that like we probably know somebody in Waterdeep who can say, "Hey, can you ask around and see if anybody's got this?" Like it's probably something we could have done.
Right.
So
if it's specific something or other.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do that. So where's my next level?
All right.
Oh, right. I do.
So waking up all strong. Like, are there any other spell components or things that people need while they're in Gauntlgrym with their new abilities, spells, stuff?
Okay. No. I don't. No.
No.
Okay. Am I doing something wrong?
Don't think so.
Oh, I don't have the friggin' modules loaded.
Oh man. Oh, so there is another group of modules that every. Never mind. I don't think you have to. So I bought a thing for Fantasy Grounds, and it's an automated coding that basically writes. It provides all the coding for every single item, bad guy, spell in all the current existing books. So I don't have to do coding for shit anymore. It just exists. So if you're adding a spell, you will want to look for the spell. So, when you look at a spell and on the right it says if it's Player's Handbook or it's Tasha's Cauldron or something, there will be another version that says like automatic effects or something like that. If you choose the automatic effects one, it will automatically add the effects when you add that spell to your inventory. Everything else is already coded, so we don't have to go back and fix stuff. But going forward, I won't have to code items or spells or abilities, which is fantastic for me.
Nick, I'm so sorry. I'm still having technical trouble. I loaded up all the modules.
Yep. What are you trying to do?
Level up.
Okay. What's happening? What's the problem?
Is it not in the chat? It's showing up in the chat on my end, so I figured it was on your end too. But like I press level up and it just says unable to import, unable to open class record. Maybe if I just close this down and try it again.
All right. Let's see what class. So do you have all the modules open?
Yeah. I got them all loaded up with the little open book. And I'm not 100% sure. I see a level up button, but I'm not 100% sure how to tell it what I want to level up with. Yes.
Do you want to share your screen?
I know how to do that. I'm on a different computer.
All right. So let's walk through this step by step. Okay. So you're up
for people.
Yeah, so well, just because I need to know what you're seeing to help you.
Oh.
So whatever you've got open, close it, and we're going to go back to your character sheet. And you just got booted. Do you know what you want from your next level up? Do you want me to just do it?
Yes. I'll take another sorcerer level.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the aberrant dragonmark feat.
I don't know if that's.
I'm gonna restart my computer too because I think I may have messed things up. I went into a task manager and tried to clear some things I didn't think I needed, and I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't have cleared some of the. All I did was the file manager and the settings. So I didn't think that I would have messed anything up, but
I'm not sure. Okay.
Oh.
So you're taking the okay. When you get back in, I need you to roll me a d8.
Can I ask why?
For your aberrant mark flaw.
Oh.
Because he said so, that's why.
Well, that's fine.
Do as you're told, peasant.
And then increase your con by 1. Okay. I think that happens automatically. All right, so you'll turn to 14 and you'll get.
And so that should give me 14 more hit points also. Just in case it doesn't do the thing it
needs. Yeah. I'm looking before I hit save.
Yay!
It doesn't. Okay, so you get 14 extra hit points. So
on top of the...
Yeah, on top of what you are now.
8.
So
I think 8 is what 8. I would have gotten. So I would have gone up to 111 with the level up and then 14 more on top of that. I believe. Because I have the tough feat also.
I'm not going to math over 1 hit point.
Okay.
just going to give it to you. All right, so you get your con. So you get a cantrip from the sorcerer's spell list and a first level spell.
Yes, and on ASI levels for sorcerer, I have the option to swap out cantrips as well. So I was going to do something like that, but I could probably just do that on my own.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know which ones you're doing?
I was going to take light, I believe, or maybe not. Now that we got the things, can I wait and do some looking?
Yes, but I don't want it to be a thing where, oh, I could use this great spell right now. That's the spell I'm going to pick. So make sure it's something you pick before you get in a situation.
I will absolutely declare it to you within the hour.
Okay. You're also taking a level up in sorcerer, so you can do the whole add a spell, swap a spell thing.
I actually don't get to add a spell at level 12.
Oh.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, the sorcerer spell list isn't limited enough. So they also got to not let me learn a new spell at level 12.
You can still swap one, right? Or is it you can only swap when you learn one? Okay. Are you swapping one?
Oh yeah, I was gonna swap out and pick up Revivify, because we still have all the diamond dust left over, right? We would have hung on to that from Naruk. Naruk would have been like, "Hey, you're probably gonna need this."
No. When someone leaves, they take their stuff with them.
So then I will have to get some diamond dust when we get to wherever.
And it's not dust.
It's not.
It's diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
I'm sorry. I thought it was dust.
No, it's okay.
Like the rubies, but whatever.
Nope. Just diamond.
Okay.
A diamond or multiple diamonds, 300 gold pieces
300
worth of
GP
diamonds.
worth of diamonds.
I believe I have that right. The diamond's worth 300 gold, which the spell consumes.
Okay. Yeah, because I asked the party, and I'm pretty sure we all came to the consensus that Revivify was the highest priority at this point, and then I probably want to get Counterspell also.
Makes sense. There you go. Good enough. There you go. Okay. Gotcha. I think we're good. If you're reconnected, throw me a D8 in the box.
Okay. I am currently connecting.
Oh, okay.
Thank you all for your patience, by the way.
Is everyone else ready?
You're welcome. I'm ready. I don't have all this magic shit. I don't have to worry.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I have the easiest level up in the world. I literally don't do anything. I hit level up, hit commit, done.
I would just like to say that Ma'am had Nyx get her a bunch of jewels and stuff last time we were here, and I intended to affix it to a dagger. And so maybe I will just take some time in the morning before we leave to go visit my friend in the smithy to make that happen.
Who was that? Dazrin Fohammer.
Yes.
The one who helped you with your tusk.
Yes.
Very happy to see you.
And
not quite as happy as Thurful was to see Nyx again, but still very happy to see you.
Oh.
Apparently I never actually got a dagger, so if I can just buy a regular dagger from him and then do the affixing myself.
So, Nick, it's still not automatically adding my sorcery point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it will ever do that.
But you just paid all that money. I don't even want to think about what ridiculous amount of money.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
On your character sheet, Right? Go down to the bottom where it says either where the mode is.
Mm-hmm.
Click mode until it says preparation. Oh, no, I lied.
Yep.
I lied. Okay, forget what I said. Go to your actions tab on your character sheet.
Go to my. I'm on my actions tab on my character sheet.
Okay, you go where it says sorcery points.
Yes, sir. Well,
Click the little magnifying glass next to sorcery points.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at that.
And then change uses to 12 daily.
Oh, my finger slipped and I hit 22 by accident, so I guess we'll just...
Oh, that's okay. I'll change it back to 2.
This seems fair.
Touché. All right. But yeah, I mean, if you notice stuff like that, if you can't fix it, let me know and I can fix it.
Sure.
Most of that stuff.
But now that I know that I can make that adjustment, I will.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what... There's some things that Fantasy Grounds just doesn't do. And there are some things that extensions do that, like, I don't know why Fantasy Grounds just doesn't do that. Like, at some point, they should just adopt some of this stuff, because... All right. So, let's say that Mam and Zwazos are both up a little earlier than everyone else. You can go get your stuff done. We will say 2 hours, and then you'll leave around 9 a.m. So Zwazos, if you don't have anything else to do, you can get 2 more hours in your book. Mam can go get her stuff done. If there's anything else anyone wants to do or have done, we can do it within those 2 hours. So I'm going to say that it is currently 9 a.m. on the 24th. And wake up.
So, just for clarification purposes,
Yes.
my persistent rage means I no longer need to hit something every turn, correct?
That is an excellent question. What does
It says, beginning at 15th level, your rage is so fierce that it ends early only if you fall unconscious or if you choose to end it.
That is correct. You no longer have to do damage to stay raged.
Nice.
You are just angry. That's your secret. You're always angry.
Oh,
That's
so
awesome.
sorry. One more thing. This is I need clay, ash, and mandrake root, but it doesn't have a gold cost associated with it. So does
then it's in your component pouch.
Okay.
Yep. If it doesn't if it doesn't have a monetary amount, then it's just a regular component you would find in your pouch.
It's just weird because I feel like normally it will say cost this much and is consumed, but this specifically says like clay, ash, mandrake root, which are consumed. But
Yeah, it's weird. If it doesn't have a cost associated, then you don't have to have that specific thing. That's weird that they would say it's consumed.
It might just be just making a distinction because then it requires a jewel encrusted dagger worth so much. So maybe that's just, but that part isn't consumed. So
yeah, that's weird. It's kind of like that Shadow Blade requires a weapon worth at least 1 silver coin. Stupid.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Green Flame Blade. But yes.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. So you can't use Shadow Blade as your Green Flame Blade because it's stupid. Like once.
I think I asked you about that before, and you ruled that you could. That I could, but
I don't remember. I think I said no.
Oh,
because specifically it specifically says that, and I think that's the whole point of that thing.
I think, well, it's my understanding the whole point of that thing is so that you can't cast Green Flame Blade with a rock or some shit like that.
If
like
it's not have a gold amount, then you can technically just pull it out of your component pouch. So people were arguing that they were pulling a longsword out of their. That was what I read was the distinction.
That does make sense.
I don't even get another spell slot. What the fuck?
As much as I love this debate, we have a person waiting for us.
So, I'm going to run to the bathroom. You all can decide what you want to do or talk about, because I assume you're going to want to do a little tiny bit of strategy before you just walk into Womford. So you have 8 hours while your little boat flies closer to Womford here. And so during that time, you all can strategize. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and we'll pick up when I get back.
Oh shit! I need to make sure I have that spell prepared. That was the whole reason of. Yeah. So, Ma'am has a new spell that will help us not be immediately detected as the folk band.
Oh yeah, that's right. I love it. I have to search our previous chats, Justin, so that I can remember what because I asked you about cantrips and stuff.
I don't know what's gonna be best for Womford, to be completely honest. We're gonna have to find a place for our airship and then disguise ourselves and somehow get in and out.
Yeah, I would think we probably want to park the airship further out, like a good distance out, maybe. Wait, let me look at the. Oh, where's Womford? Yeah, I would say at least park it, out of any reasonable sight of the town, and kind of walk in.
So you talked a little bit with, I think it was Mishka, about Womford, and so I forget what he told you, but I'm going to go ahead and recap what he told you. That Womford is a small town, mostly a farming village, and that across the river is a compound called the Bargewright Inn. And so it used to be just a big inn on a hill. And then over the years, other structures have been built around it, and then a wall was put up around it, and now it's got livestock and a mill and things like that. But it's kind of a compound, almost a small town in and of itself. And so these two kind of coexist together, where Womford is the town, and Womford technically envelops Bargewright, but Bargewright's kind of its own entity into itself. And so, and what he told you is that this is the Mecca for the Zhentarim. This is where they run their operations. They have teleportation circles that go to almost every major city and a lot of the smaller towns. And that this is where he had a small sublet, so he had an apartment here, and this is where he would get his orders and be shipped out or whatever, enlist out from here. So there's the small town, and then there's the Bargewright Inn, and it's a Zhentarim Mecca. It's their base of operations. So from your traveling perspective, you would kind of go over Red Larch a little bit and come across this Cairn Road here. So other than going all the way around it, you would naturally come up to the Bargewright before the town, unless you wanted to fly around to come around into the Womford side first. I don't know if this is currently shared, but I'll share it.
So Nick, just to make sure we're all on the up and up, I swapped out a cantrip. I swapped out the cantrip Toll the Dead for guidance, and I took the Mage Hand cantrip, and then I took the first level spell Magic Missile.
Okay.
And those are my committed spells.
Now hang on a second. Aberrant has a thing when you cast specifically. Let's see. You can increase the power of your aberrant spells at the risk. Okay. So, what was your first level spell that you
Magic.
took? Magic Missile.
Yes.
Where is Magic Missile? I don't see it in your spells.
I'll put it right
Oh, there
there.
it is. And then which cantrip did you choose for your mark?
I chose Mage Hand.
As your mark spell?
Yep. And then I swapped out Toll the Dead for guidance.
Okay, very good.
I even marked it Divine.
Okay. So, here's the thing about guidance that I saw this somewhere, and it might even, I think it's true in the 1D&D, that I loved, and it makes guidance not be so dumb to, like, work around. You can cast guidance as a reaction when somebody uses a skill. So we don't have to do this weird thing where ma'am has to say she's doing a skill so that Zwazos can cast guidance on her before doing the thing. Right, like the whole process is weird. So I think 1D&D fixed that by just making it a reaction that you cast when someone does the skill. So
I love it.
as long as
That's
somebody
awesome.
remembers that you have guidance, just use guidance.
Oh, I'm not going to forget.
Okay.
I have wished so many times.
I know, right? It's such a great spell.
It is. Especially for a cantrip.
Making it a reaction is very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it totally
And
makes sense.
it's even cool like if you need to make like a check to like break a grapple and you just barely miss. I'd have to touch you though. It is a range of touch.
It is a touch, yeah. So in combat, you'd have to be within touching distance. Right? It is touch, right? Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
I
is
think
touch.
so. Yeah.
And it's concentration. Like concentration is weird, but it is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
So to use it, you would have to drop any other concentration you have going.
So then we'll
It kind of like smites, which have always seemed weird to me, that to use a smite, you have to concentrate. I suppose it's a balancing thing, but whatever. Okay. So that reminds me. So the ruby dust. Can I just say you turned those 4 ruby dusts into those 4 stones?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It kicked me out again.
So ruby dust is gone. Okay.
Oh, I don't think Vark got his hand axe. I'm seeing that
that's
in
right.
Oh, is that still in the party sheet?
Yeah.
That's right. They bought you a magical hand axe.
Oh, yay. Anything
Deception.
exciting?
It's just a +1.
It's just a +1, but it
Works for me.
will affect anything that has resistance to non-magical attacks, and you can use it at a range.
Well,
And then
thank you.
Didn't we get him 2?
I think
I
they
think- I
only
don't-
had one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think there was
yeah.
only one available.
All right. Well, still.
Okay.
I mean, how many ranged attacks is he going to be making?
All right. So let's see. So you flew for it was 8 hours.
And I got 10. And we got 2 before we took off.
Yes.
Does that mean I'm done?
2 and 8. You are done. You have finished reading your tome of leadership just as you arrive. Just as you're arriving, you see Swazos kind of close the book and go. And then you see like little motes like float off him for a second.
I was picturing him kind of just doing like a low key, not like a big, but just like a low key kind of KO Ken. Like he just kind of like magical flamey kind of aura for a second.
Fucking +7. I don't know why I even throw bad guys at you anymore.
Sorry, what's your spell save DC? Oh,
That's
it's
it.
20. What?
That's it. I'm throwing nothing but goblins at you from now on. That's it.
Cool. I will vaporize them. I'll target each one individually with a beam of Eldritch Blast and kill them all.
Goblin, dragon, same thing. I mean, whatever.
It's all just ash waiting to be set on fire.
That's right. It's just ash. It doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. All right, so you all flew. Oh, that's right. And there was a light wind, no rain, and it's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so quite a bit colder than normal, especially being way up in your airship. It's a little freaking chilly. So I think
cloak around her.
Yeah, and you've also got that giant, flame in the center of the ship that's keeping the air, the airship. So you'll see that most of the druids are hanging out around that. So Zuazos can't learn anything, but you also got 8 hours of learning airship duties.
Navigation.
Okay, so you want to stick with what you're, and it makes sense that you would stick with what you're working on. Vark, they decided you wanted to learn thrust. I hope that's okay. Nyx is going to learn a little bit more navigation. Ma'am?
Ma'am spent time copying a different spell.
Oh, okay. So you're doing other stuff. Okay, fantastic. Got some purchasing out of the way. So where do you want to touch down? Are you touching down on the Bargewright side, the Womford side? I think you said you were going to do it far. You're going to stay far enough away so that you're not within sight of the towns, correct?
I think that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What we need is some way to make the airship invisible.
Good luck with that.
I mean, we got the airship without even knowing we were gonna I'm done even hoping for things. Like we got the airship.
That's cute.
Like I'm not even like what?
Do we want to go through Bargewright, or do we want to just go straight to Womford? What do we think?
I don't have a map because I keep getting kicked out, but I trust the party.
This is completely arbitrary, or this is completely unrelated. But Nick, would you allow me to say that they cast the continual flame on the skull around Ma'am's neck in such a way that she can have the skull open to expose the flame and then close it to smother, to like stop the light?
Does your skull open and close? What is it?
She's just always had a little skull necklace.
Okay. I mean, does the skull have little hinges that allow it to open and close?
No, probably not.
It has a jaw.
So what I can imagine is like maybe you just buy a little leather pouch and you can put the pouch over the skull and tie it and then like take the pouch off it if you like. It kind of meets the same purpose if you want to do that.
Sure. How about
right?
You know what? I'll just put the rock in the skull's mouth, and I can remove the rock. So I just really like the idea of this like fire, just continuously having like a skull with like fire in it around her neck.
That's awesome.
To be fair, who wouldn't like that idea?
Right.
Yes.
You got a flame skull around your neck.
What's the name of that creature? Like, there's a creature. You
A
threw
flame
one
skull.
Yeah. That's a flaming skull.
Is it just called a flaming skull?
It's called a flame skull. Yeah, that's the actual name.
It's a dumb name.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, wasn't one of those was
not even like a cindering cranium or something.
Ularin had one of those.
Yes, Sularin. Fuck that guy.
Yes, we kept it with
Oh,
this
yeah.
section. I
Poor
remember
little
this
guy.
now. Oh god.
That's right. We killed him with fall
I do like
damage.
Slytherin
Oh,
cranium.
he fell off the fucking dragon. Is that right?
No, you just kept killing him, and then you finally just cast a spell magic on him.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. The skull. Yes, we killed.
All right, we got to make
Okay.
a decision so we can go meet a little frog guy.
Yes.
That's
Where
right.
was-
I was hoping that we would just go to Womford, but
Is there like a? Do I remember right that? Because in my head, Womford is like this gambling town.
There's a there is a gambling ship. So
Right.
there's and that's where the coin came from. So there is a gambling
right.
ship. Yeah, but you don't really know how that works, like where it's docked or whatever.
It's so strange that this is happening just all of a sudden.
All right. So Bargewright side, Womford side. Where do you want to go?
Bargewright, final
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
Bargewright,
All
final answer. Alphabetical
All
order.
right, very good. Let's.
works for
I
me.
will reshare the map because I think Mr. Z still needs it. And so you will land. I'm assuming you just want to land in like one of the this is just like grassland here. Like I assume you want to land in the grassland, far enough away that you can't see them, they can't see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too bad there.
We will say that is about 30-minute travel time to get into Bargewright from where you would land without being seen.
Cool.
All right. So, okay. So we're going to head right into the Bargewright first. So as you start, so let's say you're walking along. Are you walking on the road? Are you walking on the grassland? Do you have a preference?
I mean, does ma'am want to do something before we approach the town?
Yeah. So I think ma'am will gather everyone up as we start walking. It's probably getting close to night at this point, huh?
It is now. So I would say in a half an hour. I'd say it's about 6 p.m. So you'll be arriving into the town about 6 p.m. So you've got a couple hours of light still before it starts to, wane.
Yeah, ma'am will say, all right, I can disguise us all. Should get us through. It should last at least 8 hours. So everybody gather up and don't try and resist it. And I am going to cast Seeming on all of us. Any number of creatures within range. Range is 30 feet. 8 hours. Give each target you choose new illusory appearance. Disguises physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. It's basically disguise self, but on everyone.
Yep. No concentration. No.
Does it come with the same caveat of arrangement of limbs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
So, do we get to pick what we look like?
I was gonna say.
Up to ma'am.
I think maybe at some point over the 8 hours, ma'am kind of casually had a conversation with everyone. So I've definitely been thinking about it. And ma'am is just a large woman with kind of darker tan skin. Her hair's tied back in a braid that she wears down around her shoulder that kind of disguises her trunk. And it's black but with strands of gray. She has a big sun hat on that disguises her ears. And then you can actually see the tattoos that are usually too kind of faded on her wrinkled Luxodon skin. They're at least a little bit more prominent on her arms and stuff. Wearing similar clothes, but like not the same clothes, like similar style clothes.
Similar style. Okay, so human woman.
Yes, human.
Weapons or armor?
No armor. I would say disguise the weapon, because I can always just pull it out and it'll kind of just like stop being part of the illusion. Right. Yeah. I'd say no weapon. She'll probably have it on her back or at her side, wherever she carries it.
Okay.
Maybe it's on her back and disguised as a backpack. We'll say that.
Okay. All right. So no weapons, no armor. Middle-aged woman. Anyone else?
Winged tiefling.
You are going to be a winged tiefling. Okay.
I gotta have wings. I gotta pick something with wings because I need the same arrangement of limbs.
What are the prerequisites for what
Plus,
we're choosing
plus
to
if
look
I want
like?
to fly, it's gotta fucking make sense.
Make yourself 1 foot shorter or taller, or appear thin, fat, or in between. Can't change body type. Must choose a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. But like it is just an illusion. So if you like made yourself be super thin and somebody tried to touch you, like they would feel a furry belly.
So I couldn't go from an 8-foot bear to a little squirrel.
No, you could not. You could go from an 8-foot bear to a 7-foot squirrel.
Can I go to a 9-foot squirrel?
Yes.
Yeah.
A 9-foot squirrel folk.
Fucking send it.
Which freaking right. Oh my god.
Oh god.
This is gonna be great. Imagine the stats for a squirrel folk. I'm gonna friggin'
But squirrel.
Super Dex.
Nick, can we talk after this? I have a character I might want to make.
Oh god.
you could do a bit that like you can glide. Not fly.
That's a flying squirrel. That's a flying squirrel. You have to,
that's a subrace. Tree squirrel, ground squirrel, flying squirrel.
I guess if I have to have a tail, then Nyx would think back to any animal folk that they can remember that has a tail, and all they can think of is our lizard friend. So they just look at Ma'am and go, "Hey, do you remember the lizard guy?"
How was his name? God, that sucks that none of us can remember.
Do you know the lizard man?
Remember
Drazit, right?
Drazit. Do you remember Drazit?
Wow, how do you remember that?
I don't think Ma'am ever knew Drazit.
Man, no, Ma'am never did know Drazit. I don't
I
think so.
take out the like
I mean,
sketches.
Ma'am definitely encountered lizard folk before.
Yeah. So Nyx kind of describes Drazit and then goes, "Well, obviously, don't make me look like exactly like them because I think they have. I think." Anyway, maybe make it more dark. It's like, as Nyx is describing it, like, you know those rainbow snakes that are black but they hit the light and they shine? It's like, can you make me look like that?
So you want to be a pretty lizard?
A pretty lizard. I want to woo the other lizards.
It's fair.
Oh my god,
Yes, I want to distract everybody with my rainbow.
That's fair. Okay.
I love how we're like, oh, how can we be disguised in Womford? And then we're like, other animals.
We've got a human woman, a red tiefling, a rainbow shimmering lizard folk, and what is Mark? A 7-foot squirrel?
9-foot squirrel.
9-foot squirrel. You won't attract any attention at all.
Can I put on? I think I have like in terms of clothes, like, you know, like Princess Leia, like just like something that gets taken with these people. Your eyes went so big, Nick.
I'm imagining a rainbow swirled lizard folk in metal loincloths.
Yes.
Ma'am is fully blushing as you are describing that you want her to put you in these clothes. Yep, I can. Yeah, I can. I can do that. You sure that's not going to draw too much attention?
I'll be right back.
And then Nick just kind of looks at you and goes, I mean, I thought that was the point. I could be a distraction. Am I going to distract you?
No.
I think the 9-foot squirrel is a pretty big distraction.
Well, like, I don't know any humans that have, like, another limb. Like, I don't know any humans that have, like, a tail.
I'm fairly certain that Nick would be cool if you just wrapped your tail around your waist.
I was gonna say, just do like a superstar, like the Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z. Use it like a belt. Fun fact: Did you know Goku could take on Superman?
Absolutely.
I did not know this
Hands
fact.
down.
I sit.
This was an argument that me and Michael had for 3 fucking years.
And you're still wrong.
Like, take on or win? Like, beat Superman?
Goku would beat Superman. Period.
Hmm.
And there isn't anything you could do or say to convince me otherwise.
I mean, great. I mean, they analyzed the data, man, twice.
Nope.
It's good. It's a good battle.
Well, I thought it still had to be the same arrangement of limbs, and I have a tail. I don't know.
Does a tail count as a limb? I mean, you can't do anything with it. So I think that mechanically, you could argue that it... Like, it's not like you're a centaur and you have 4 legs. That increase your movement speed and shit like that. Like you can't hold anything like Ma'am's trunk, which we won't mention when Nick comes back.
Oh well, I disguise my trunk is my brain.
Ah.
I mean,
No, I'm with
something
you.
like that is also.
I don't know. I guess that's up to the DM. Is a tail considered another limb?
So similar to the trunk, I would say that like Nyx could wrap their tail around their waist like a belt and have that be disguised as a belt.
Okay.
Maybe Zwazos could wrap his wings around himself like a cape or a cloak.
I did consider that, but if something happens while we are disguised, I want to be able to fly, and I don't want it to seem weird. And
Well,
so-
I mean, yeah, it's
flying
all up to you. If
tiefling
you
is
want to be
still-
able to fly in disguise, then you'll have to be something with wings.
I mean, unless could I just be like a wizard, and wizard then people could just assume I'm casting fly? Would it still?
Well,
appear?
as soon as your wings start beating, they won't be a cloak anymore.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and they'd also there'd be evidence of like air moving and stuff. So yeah, so my choices are tiefling or owlin or just another Arakakra. So
Just another random bird.
Or
Yeah.
right, or don't fly in disguise and
Yeah.
be something else.
it's just if shit hits the fan, I'm gonna want to be able to utilize
If
my.
shit hits the fan, do you care about your disguise?
True.
I mean, yeah, like if bandits attack or some shit like that, something not to do with the folk band. Like if something attacks innocent people.
Yep, that's fine.
This town that, for all intents and purposes, seems to be completely controlled by.
Oh, that's a
Zhentarim.
valid point. I'm sticking with wing tiefling.
It's fine. Yep.
Okay, well, so then as you were talking about, it's like, well, I don't know, my tail. The only person, and then you mentioned like making it into a belt, and Nick kind of just sits there. It's like, well, that's not as fun. But I guess if we have to be disguised. And then she, can you just like the most plain human ever that kind of looks like a gambler? Like Nick's just trying to think of like the pirates and things that they've come across that would actually go into Womford. Or a farmer. Oh, we know plenty of farmers. Make me into a farmer. Oh my God! Why did I think of this before?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, farmer. Yes.
All right. So let's
You
move this
wanted to
forward.
put me in that
So
outfit,
we've
didn't
got
you?
we've got a farmer, we've got a tiefling, we've got a woman, and a 9-foot squirrel. Are we still going with 9-foot squirrel?
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
Can we just turn you into a giant dog? Can we get you
Let's walk on all fours the whole time.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
You are walking up to the gate of Bargewright Inn right now. What do you look like?
I look
Some-
like a farmer that's just gotten off of her shift, like with
Okay.
like dirt smudged and like a
You
sun
should be
cloud,
riding
like
the
a sun.
squirrel.
I'm riding the squirrel.
Mario's
Maybe
waiting,
like-
people. We got to move this forward.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sorry.
I already
sorry,
sent him.
sorry.
I already
It
sent
has
him a
been
message
crazy.
apologizing to him on behalf of the group.
Yep. So what does
I'm
everybody look like?
listening, I don't care.
Final answer.
Are you really a
Okay.
9-foot
All right. We've got
squirrel?
farmers,
Okay.
we've got squirrels, we've got tieflings, we've got a woman. Okay. So you're walking up to the Bargewright Inn, and this is kind of what you're seeing here from the Bargewright. So this whole area is really like a compound. Like you can see that there's like this outer wall it's probably about 5 feet high. Like you can see over it. It's not meant to be like, a wall that keeps people out of the town. But you do see that like there's kind of an entrance with a gate. And then you can see there's like lots of different like paddocks, and there's like sheep, and you can see that there's like cows in one, and there's like a chicken enclosure, they're all kind of spread out. And then like towards where you would go in through a gate, you can see that there are a few people kind of milling about. There are definitely guardsmen. You can see that there are guards with kind of armor, and they're holding spears, things like that. And as you're kind of getting close to the gate, you see that they do kind of notice you. The gate is open, like it's not like a closed gate. And as you kind of walk up to it, they take kind of a measure of you. You can see there's kind of some strange looks. As you're kind of looking around, you see that there's this area with a whole bunch of like shops. It almost looks like kind of a market almost. And as you look around at the people, you're seeing kind of a mix of people. So there's definitely some guards walking around. You can see that there's guards on duty for sure. But you're also seeing that there's maybe some off-duty guards walking around. Like they're in small groups kind of laughing with each other, going to one stall or another. And then you can also see there's like some tradesfolk in among there. You can see people that are clearly wearing like leather aprons, like they just got off a shift, or they're, finishing up something else. There's a few places where you can hear some laughing. And in particular, one of these buildings, we'll say this one right here, has some warm light coming from it. You can hear the sounds of talking and laughing, and it seems like maybe it's kind of an outer, like meeting area in type of place. And something's drawing you to it. Like you're like, oh, like this could be a good place to get information about this place. Or maybe there's someone in there we should
place to
meet.
get some information. I think we should go check this place out.
I'm in.
So 2 things you're noticing as you're walking around. Number 1, you're only seeing humans. So you don't see any like dwarves or elves, or like there's no other races here but just humans. And every single person who looks in your direction notices this giant 9-foot squirrel that you're walking around with. Every single person kind of looks, and they're almost all this same kind of look, and it's all this kind of what the fuck kind of look. Like,
So Zwazos, if he notices anybody, says, "Oh, this is our friend. He lost a bet."
and they're kind of like,
He's talked like this all day.
and most people are giving you a wide berth.
Yeah, lost a bet with a forest nymph or something.
Sure. So you get up to the inn, and for most of you, you can just walk right in. One of you definitely has to scooch almost halfway in half to get through the door to enter the building that's clearly made for normal sized people. And once you get inside, like it's this, it's ruckus. Like there's conversation going in all parts of this room. There's a bunch of tables. You see that there's, farmers are all kind of sitting together, laughing and enjoying some type of an ale. You see that there are a couple tables that are full of, just soldiers. You can see that there are, a few women walking around from table to table. You can see what appear to be barmaids that are bringing drinks back and forth. And there's also a table, not a table, a bar that has a barkeep. And you can see he kind of looks up at you and he gives you kind of but he goes back to what he's doing. But curiously, for the first time since you've come into this town, you do notice someone sitting kind of alone. They've got kind of a hood up a little bit. You can see that they're giving the side eye to all these other humans. But it immediately catches your attention that there's this red frog sitting at a table with this little goblin.
I mean, these are the only two small creatures that we've seen so far in town.
The only two non-humans that you've seen in this town.
I mean, can we assume that, given the weird looks we're getting from people, that it might attract less attention for us to gravitate towards these other kind of one of these things is not like the other folks?
I think it's probably a pretty good assumption.
I think Swazos might suggest that and be like, hey, let's pretend we're with them, and then we may not look shit out so much.
And they're clearly sitting by themselves at a table, so they're not making any friends either, it seems.
So Swazos will march over with his red skin and his horns and say, mind if we join you?
Are you here, Mario?
Oh, wait. Oh, it's sorry. What? Fuck.
All right, quick recap. So you're sitting at a bar with a bunch of humans, none of which really like you. And you see walk into the bar a red tiefling, a 9-foot squirrel, a farmer riding said squirrel, although they probably got off the back to get into the place, and a kind of a regular old woman. Not really old, a regular aged woman. And the tiefling walks right over to your table and says what Michael just said. I forget what that was. What did you say again, Michael?
I just said, mind if we join you?
No.
So I'm just sitting there with a small little goblin by my side. I do not mind. And I look at this crew and I'm just like, this is a mighty fine looking crew. Sure, join. How do you do?
We're doing just fine. We just thought that we
Yes.
odd folks out might, stick together.
And I just kind of looked down at my little sidekick and I said, I just say something in Goblin, kind of like, kind of low key. I'm just like, are you, where do you hail from?
Oh, all over. We are just a group of friends who have met over the adventures, and we always like meeting new friends. What brings you to town?
What brings me to town? That's nothing of your business, but you're quite outgoing, aren't you?
I mean, I just making conversation, but I don't mean to pry.
Well,
We're here hoping to get onto the gambling ship and have a little fun.
well, I'm not one for conversation unless it's over a libation. Mind sitting down for a bit?
Another Mario character with substance trouble.
What?
I'm noticing a
God.
Do I have to worry about you, Mario? Yes, a drink for my new friend.
I just have a few questions.
Two more of whatever he's having.
Where are you going?
The gambling shit?
Yeah, we're here to do some
gambling.
gambling. We just got into town and thought we'd stop for some. You know how these houses of repute, they like to.
While he's talking to me, I look at the crew and I kind of extend a hand out, but I don't quite touch. I'm just looking and hail
and well met. Like the.
I'm not quite listening.
I'm not quite
listening. I'm just looking at the physicalities of this oblong crew. I'm just,
Yep. Two fairly
you look like you could
country-looking humans, and then
yes,
tiefling and a giant squirrel.
Look at the giant squirrel. How much can you bench?
A lot.
Squirrel. A lot, huh?
I mean, we could all sit on this table and he could lift us up, no problem.
Wait. Are you manual labor? Do you fare well with manual labor?
Oh, we're getting arrested already.
So a couple cops on the squirrel. Fuck.
No. Please.
I apologize. I just heard sirens in the background. Apologies.
No sorry. I don't know where those came from. No, please.
You couldn't afford my labor.
I'm not trying to afford anything. I'm just sipping my drink. Yeah. Well, you're a mighty fine specimen, I must say. Have you?
So right about this time, a barmaid comes over to your table. She's probably a middle-aged woman. You don't see a whole lot of young people around here, but she kind of comes up and she looks at Ma'am and then she looks at Nyx, and she just says, "Can I get you anything?" And you notice that she's not looking at Neeb or Zwazos or Vark at all. Like she's very consciously not looking at them.
Oh, Nyx looks up at the barmaid. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Our friends here lost a bet, so they've had a rough day. Can we get them something strong? What do we recommend?
And she kind of looks over at them and she kind of cracks a bit of a smile. Rough day, huh? Yeah, I guess we've all been there. Yeah, what can I get you?
and then Nyx looks at Ma'am. I'm sorry, I don't really partake unless it's a social thing. And then I turn to Ma'am. What do you think, dear? What do you think we should get them? Something strong for sure.
She breaks in and she's like, my apologies. We've got 3 standards of wine, 3 standards of ale, and 3 standards of hard liquor.
Hard, please.
Okay. You want the easy stuff, the medium stuff, or the I want to forget my day stuff?
Can we get to forget their day stuff for these 2, and then I'll take the low one, and then what would you like?
I'll take a medium.
All right. So she kind of winks and she's like, I got you, and she walks away for a minute. And you can see she goes right over to the bar and she says something, and you see the bartender kind of like look around her at the table and start laughing. He said something or other, and she gathers up the drinks and she walks over. And you can see that the higher up the scale you go, the darker the liquid. So she hands a couple of glasses with some really dark liquid to both Neeb, but not both, but all 3 of Neeb, Vark, and Zwazos. And she looks down at them and she looks at them and says, "They're on the house."
Oh,
and then she hands out the rest of the drinks and says, "It's a silver piece each for the drinks."
I'll take I'll take out 5 silver just because I know that's how many drinks, and I'm like, I know you said it's on the house, but like I still just take it, dear.
And she scoops it up like she's been doing that her whole life. Like she's got like a 28 sleight of hand. She just scoops them right up, puts them in her pocket, nods her head, and walks off.
As soon as I see how smooth that is.
As this whole thing's going on, my big froggy eyes are just kind of shifting back and forth, just kind of analyzing the whole exchange, just sipping on my drink, just seeing what was just kind of figure out what's going on.
As soon as that drink touches your lips, it's like, oh, whoa! I don't know if you've ever had moonshine, but this is about as close as you can get to that. But clearly not filtered well because it's dark.
As soon as I see that sleight of hand, sorry. As soon as I see how smooth that sleight of hand is, I'm just gonna make sure that I check my pockets real quick, just like the ones that are least visible on the illusion. I'm like, hang on a second.
All right, let's see. Let's give you a... Why not?
As I'm sitting, I tell my goblin sidekick to look for the bathroom for me. I don't want to get up and look around. So I get the goblins to just...
Everything's in place.
Very good. Okay.
Go from the table to scout around the area and just come back to me and, just without saying anything, just kind of pull me away, and I'm going to take a little leak right now. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yep. And you can see, at the back near where the bar is, there's right next to the bar, there's a door that you can see that it's one of those doors that kind of wobbles both ways, and every time it opens, you can see into the kitchen. And then a few feet from that, there's another set of doors, and every once in a while, you'll see a patron go in there, and you can tell it's a privy.
Tell the what?
Privy. It's a bathroom.
Oh, okay, cool. Huh. Okay. There's some bathroom stuff going on IRL as well. Okay. That was very confusing. Okay.
Sorry.
You saw that. All right. Yes, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Ma'am leans in once he walks. Does the goblin go too, or is the goblin still here?
No, the goblin stays. But the goblin doesn't talk. Just stares at you. It just stares. You can talk to it all you want. It'll just kind of have a blank, kind of wide-eyed stare at all of you.
This goblin's a little shifty.
And the goblin's a little the goblin kind of has like one leg is a little shorter than the other. Like it's a little like deformed in a way. Like in the way it's looking at all of you, it's kind of like it's as if like a fly could land on its forehead and wouldn't notice. The fly would just kind of buzz around. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Nick asked.
You come here often?
The fly kind of lands.
You've hardly touched your drink there.
Just keeps looking.
What's your name?
Doesn't say anything.
Do
Just
you?
looks at all of you.
I don't like this goblin.
Swazos is gonna, as nonchalantly as possible, try and say, "You're a quiet one, aren't you? But that's okay. We like all sorts of folks." And go to try and just very lightly pat him on his shoulder.
Kind of
Does
steps away.
he allow that?
Nope, does not allow. Just go.
So he
Think of like a skittish cat. Just kind of. By the way, kind of doesn't quite paw at you. Just kind of.
Does
my camera's off.
Does
Sorry.
ma'am know what a goblin might smell like?
Sorry, my camera's off. So.
I don't know why Mam would specifically know what a goblin smells like.
I mean, like...
All right, around this time, Neeb returns from the bathroom. Wow, that drink really went through me quick. Oh, have you been acquainted with my acquaintance Stumpy?
Stumpy.
Say hi, Stumpy.
Yeah,
Say hi, Stumpy. Stumpy just got saying, okay, well, a little skittish. So, let's get down to brass tacks. I don't know who you are. You come up to me. You start talking to me. I'm not one to interact with strangers who aren't grung. So I have some questions to ask you. And have you come across any loners on your adventures recently who are in shape and can lift hundreds of pounds and have a willingness to work willingness to work?
I mean, we
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna break character and say I'm having a hard time figuring out how to move this forward. Like,
Okay.
That's fair.
Like, what do you need from us?
Yeah.
I can take a stab at this.
Okay.
To try to cut some shoe leather out and make this kind of work without giving too much away.
Yeah.
So throughout this conversation, so you all kind of get the impression that Neeb is willing to work with you if you encounter kind of like stray people, which you have. Like in the past, you absolutely you take archers and you turn them into little honorary folk banders and stuff like that. So you kind of describe that process, and Neeb really seems to like that process. So you all kind of decide that maybe we can all work together for a little while.
It's hard to be kind of a dickhead, but also like join a party,
right? Also join the group.
Yeah, it's like
So I'd say it takes about an hour for you all to kind of realize that you're willing to work together.
We have maybe some drinks. I open up.
Yes, you have a couple drinks. Things start to flow. Maybe Bark lets mention that maybe he's not a big fan of the Big Z, and so Neeb maybe is like, oh yeah, these guys are but you're all very aware that you need to kind of be on the down low with this, so you get this like co-conspirator bond where you all know you're in the middle of this place, but none of you actually like these people.
Could I make a persuasion check just to kind of like help loosen Neeb up to us?
Neeb, is that possible?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Then yeah.
I just don't want to give. Also, another thing is I don't want to give. I didn't want to give too much of my character away at once.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I want you to learn more about the character. That was my method. But
thank you for that, Nick. I just wanted to roll a +12 roll.
Yeah, and so I would say that Neeb kind of keys into Zwazos's, I would call this bloodlust. Like Neeb is like Zwazo says some stuff and maybe talks about some stuff, and so Neeb is kind of like, okay, like this guy fucks some shit up. Like this is someone that I would like around me while I'm gathering up my stuff.
We are if the concept of working turns into vague references to the concept of fighting, then I'm sure the whole folk band, even in our alternate kind of disguises, would be ready to say, oh yeah, if shit goes down, we can handle stuff. We can friggin' handle stuff.
Well, I wasn't referring to quite referring to mercenary work. The work I am talking about is a little controversial, but we can get into that later. Just know I have a quota that I must meet. So, but I like all of you. I do. I've warmed up to you. I will join you on your adventure. Nothing like a good drink and friends to just. Role-playing's hard, man. Okay, yeah. Hi, how are you? What's going on, adventure?
Because we're already here with a plan to do stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is exceptionally awkward as far as character meetings go.
With Naruk, because Naruk was like, "Hey, I'm here.
happen.
I'm chill. What are you guys doing? You're animals. I'm an animal."
And this is we can't actually claim that we're animals.
Yeah, it's we can't. Only one of us is.
Right.
And even then, we've just said that we've just told people that they're human and they've lost a bet and been polymorphed or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope this is helpful, Mario. I'm gonna offer up some of your character's knowledge here, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay. So during this conversation, maybe Neeb, you mentioned the gambling ship. So at some point, Neeb will, kind of let you know that, he's been in town for a day or two, and he does understand that the gambling ship typically picks up passengers around 9 p.m. and brings them back to town about 3 p.m. It's a pretty nightly event. He's never been on the ship, so he doesn't know exactly what happens on it, but you were all kind of mentioning it. So he also mentions that this inn has rooms if you wanted to rent yourself a private room to maybe talk about some stuff that's maybe a little bit more sensitive than you would want to talk about in an inn. And you all enjoy a couple of drinks. The next round of drinks are not free, so assuming that you keep drinking, the next round will cost you whatever. I forget how many people are here now at this point. 5, 6, 7.
And the next round will be on me.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, I was doing so well for a while. I got kicked out again.
That is weird.
At least I went a while though this time.
Yeah. And it's weird too because I didn't share anything. I'm not sure what's doing.
Yeah, it seems to be completely at random.
Okay. Anyway, anywho's. So the gambling ship does its nightly pickup. You could get a room if you wanted to talk more privately.
I mean, we could maybe I was thinking that it might be fun, a fun role play thing, because Nyx can understand all spoken language.
That's right.
Does that include thieves can't?
No, it does not include thieves can't. It does not include whatever the druid thing is. The
druidic.
Yes, druidic.
And that makes sense because thieves can't's not a language; it's a code, really, more than anything.
Right, something like that. Yeah.
I was hoping that there could be some way that we could be all like, "Hey, we are interested in stealing something from the boat. We're into acquisitions," or we could hopefully maybe bring up we're not here looking for work. We are here looking for something, and somebody will help us acquire it. Blah 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 blah.
Right. And I will say that this is one of those things where meta is a little bit helpful, where your characters don't know that Neeb is not Zhentarim, but as players, you all kind of know. So if you wanted to skip the whole "do we trust this guy" thing,
I think we trust this guy. I don't know. He's got a good vibe, a good familiar Naruk-like vibe.
And so that comes with the caveat that I'm assuming, Mario, that you're not planning on betraying the folk band. So I'm making that assumption. So or at least betraying them, in town here to the Zhentarim. So assuming that's true, we can go ahead and make that assumption.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say that pause was a little concerning.
That delay, though.
I'm just I'm lawful evil. So take that as you will. I don't know. I do weird shit. You'll come
right.
to like me. It's cool.
So you've had a second round of drinks.
How about this? I won't do anything like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to betray them to the Zhentarim.
No,
right,
absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say, you've had another round of drinks, and it's still within the same hour. And there's one point at which you see, there's, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different tables. You don't see a whole lot of intermingling. Like typically the soldiers are sitting with the soldiers, the farmers sit with the farmers, the tradesmen kind of sit with the tradesmen. At one point you do see kind of a larger soldier kind of like eyeballing you, and he'll get up from his table and he walks over to your table, right? And you see him kind of like, side-eyeing everyone at the table, and he puts his hands like on the edge of the table and kind of leans forward. You guys got fucked up, didn't you? And he starts kind of laughing. You can tell he's like drunk, like he stinks really bad.
Nick, I'm sorry.
Where were you? Where was your contract? Some wizard, or is that a beast? What did that to you?
We got those damn wizards,
It was, and he looks over. He's like, "It was wizards. Pay up, bitches." That's awesome. But do you know, is it going to wear off? Do you have to go into the main building there and like get a hex taken off?
No,
we probably should eventually get that taken off, huh? We were just gonna get them lubricated, properly lubricated before taking them back in.
And so he's drunk, right? And you see him kind of look over at Vark, right? And he pokes him, just one little poke. And he kind of looks at his finger and he's like, "Fucking real fur, man. That's fucked up." You totally messed up.
Hey.
This motherfucker.
He kind of like leans back and he kind of he wobbles a little bit. He's like, "I didn't mean nothing by it. I didn't mean nothing by it." And he kind of looks over at the bartender and he's like, "I got their next round."
Yeah, they're good people. They grow on you. It's good.
I haven't been polymorphed, but Johan over there, he got polymorphed once. They turned him into a rat. We had to bring him back here. Oh, it was hilarious. We put him in our pocket. He was so pissed. Oh man, he was so pissed.
I have that strong drink in my hand. I'm just laughing. That's funny, a rat.
Really gotta watch out for those wizards. As Mam is like ready to be holding Bark back.
Yeah. And he's nodding your head. He's like, "Well, I hope nobody got killed. Obviously, you won, or you wouldn't be here."
The wizard did.
He pounds on your table. He's like, "Nice job, guys. Maybe we'll see you out there sometime."
Nix makes fake sniffles, just sniffles a little bit, and then just like, "Oh, I need another drink." Just chugs the next one.
Oh yeah.
Mam makes note of this guy's face in case we do encounter him out there sometime.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nix feels a little guilty knowing that if shit goes down, everybody's target. Oh dear God. Okay. So maybe we should get a broom and then just keep an eye on the clock so we don't miss the boat.
Yeah, let's get a room so we can be, less bothered.
Yes, of course. I'm quite tired myself, so let's do it.
Yeah. So you head over to the bartender, and he kind of he points you at a stairwell in the back corner of the room. He's like, "We got a couple rooms available." He looks down. He gives you a key for number 6, and he goes, "Yeah, sleeping it off sounds like a good idea." He starts kind of laughing,
and Nick kind of gives a wet sniffle sound, just like, yeah.
And I just look at at the crew and I'm just like, I'm a little stumbly right now. Someone bring me to a room right now. Pick me up and bring me to a room.
I just
Actually, don't
pick up the
my
frog.
I got him.
No,
Don't
never mind.
touch me, though. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, though.
No, not you.
Just guide me to the room. I'll follow. Now.
Guide
Thank
you
you.
to the room?
Just
You
guide me to the
cast
room.
Guidance.
I'm gonna look at the crew. This motherfucker telling us what to do.
Oh, that's true. Oh, he's being.
I'm sorry. Just
Yeah.
I just want to say right now, grungs are very insistent. It's just it's how we are. Just.
All right.
And the bartender looks down at you, and he just goes up the stairs, third door on the left, on the right.
Thank you, bartender. Let's go. Man.
Nick's kind of
Yeah, let's go.
He was previously holding the key out to, I don't know, ma'am or whoever, but after that, he like moves his hand and gives the key directly to Neeb.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nick's
Clearly you're in charge.
Nick's had their hand out, and then like as the key gets past them and to Neeb, Nick's kind of just like, yeah, that's fair, and it just follows the rest of the crew.
There we go. I'm asleep.
All right, so we're in the room.
Yes. Okay, you're in the room. Anything particular you all want to talk about, walk through?
I look at.
As soon as everybody's in the room, Nyx is the last one in, and then just kind of closes the door shut, and then locks it, and then looks at Neeb. Who the fuck are you?
Excuse me, you talk to me like this? You talk to everybody like this?
I do talk to everybody like this. Who the fuck are you? And I'm looking at ma'am.
Yeah, you heard him. What's your deal?
Okay. My deal.
Okay.
My line of work is a little controversial, and I don't expect anybody to understand. I am a grung, and to be a grung, you must be when you're in a certain caste of grung, you must be a part of a guild. You know guilds, right? Are any of you part of a guild?
We're well aware of guilds, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, my particular guild, how should I put it? It's called the Realm's Order of the Bondsman. Yes, bondsman. Okay. I need to fulfill a quota. And, I need... They're not bondsmen are not particularly slaves. Okay, wait. They're slaves who are happy to work. Okay, they must be happy to work for us grungs. Okay, so I don't, in this adventure, I need to just send some people to the Grungland to work for us, and once they get there, they can make the decision for themselves. But I just need some, you don't have to help. I'm just going to say, I'm going to be trying to do this. You can stay out of it. This is guild work, okay? So please.
You have to sell. You have to hang on. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm leaving it at that. No more questions. Good night. Goodbye.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no.
Wait,
What?
Okay, wait.
What?
Why would anyone agree to this?
Why wouldn't you listen? Don't judge me, okay? Listen.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm a nice person, okay? But I've just grown up. I'm a very old 25-year-old grung. Okay, I'm an old man.
Oh God, how old?
I've been in this
Grung
guild
live?
for my whole life, and if I don't fulfill the quota, I will be exiled from the grung.
I mean,
So don't judge me. It's just how I was raised.
no judgment. I'll be 6 in a couple seasons.
6? Good lord. Yeah, you're up there.
Yeah.
How old is a
Sick.
25-year-old? How old is a 25-year-old grung? Hang on.
Oh,
How long do grungs live?
hello. I mean, up to 50 is like the end. That's you're lucky if you passed 40.
Oh my God, you're having a midlife crisis.
Mm. Yeah. You get that, but just don't judge me for what I do. Judge me for who I am.
Okay, but you have to realize, like, the two are kind of inextricably linked here.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, judging you for what you do and like who you are, it's kind of like.
Listen, if I don't do this, I will be exiled. I've grown up. Everybody I know are grungs. Everybody I love are grungs. They will cast me away if I don't find the bondsman, the 7 bondsmen.
You need
Actually,
7?
I have one right here, so maybe six more. And I found 2 camels who are on their way to. Or I told them to go to the grung land earlier in my travels. I forget the names, like Carrot and Ferret or something. I don't know. But, Carrot and Ferret or something. They went to the grungland. But they seemed like nice, strong.
Okay.
They should be there. So, yeah.
Okay, you still haven't answered.
I mean, 4 more bondsmen.
You still haven't answered my very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Why does anyone agree to this?
Oh, they don't agree to be bondsmen. We just show them the ropes, and if they enjoy working without pay for the rest of their lives, they'll be grunts. Yes.
And
I looked at.
You'd be surprised at how well the grungs are with deceiving and not me, but the grungs
I look at the goblin, and we were able to get a response from the goblin. Where
the highest caste. Let me tell you, the highest caste yellow grungs, the gold grungs, they're the ones who initiate the bondsmen. They're the ones who brainwash the minds into working for free. They are very, very persuasive.
okay, so there's no agreeing at all that happens.
Well, technically, they say yes. They say yes. The people.
Yes, after being mind washed.
Yes.
Did you
Listen, I don't do
this
that. I just show them the way to the grungland, and
Did you
Okay,
brainwash this goblin?
this goblin here.
Yeah.
You're not brainwashed, are you? It's fine.
Oh God, I'm able to like I'm able to be understood in all languages, right?
Is it
Because-
you?
He's not
I
talking,
thought,
though.
I
He doesn't
thought
talk.
I can be
can you talk?
understood, and I think so,
Yes. No. Yes. And can be understood also.
and can be
Okay.
understood.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
like,
then yeah,
I-
you can talk to him.
I turn to the goblin, and I go, "Are you here of your own free will?"
Goblin just looks up, wide-eyed. Another fly lands on the forehead.
Oh God.
And I just want to say, I just want to say this right now. You people are very kind, and you brought me in. I don't do this I don't do this kind of stuff to everybody.
What kind of stuff?
What? Don't worry about it.
Okay,
This is my work.
let me ask you this.
Oh,
Let's
God.
just hypothetically, completely unrelated situation.
I'm a little
Let's
freaked out
just
now.
say,
I'm
let's just say
Yes.
that it is your job
Mhm.
to, go out and lead a group of people on a trip through the woods and tell them you're taking them on a little trip to see a sunset on a mountain. And then you lead them to the cave that you have to go through. And you say, go ahead right here through the cave. And you know that the cave is actually a giant monster that's going to eat them all. But you're not actually the one that's eating them. Are you complicit in those folks being eaten against their will?
I mean, you don't like sunsets?
Ma'am, just like
Oh god!
I don't know
ma'am
if
just
that was the
walks
takeaway
up to a
from that.
wall.
Sunsets are beautiful
Just
this time
like,
of year.
bonk.
Who doesn't like that?
There is no sunset.
Oh, okay. I'm tired. I'm drunk. I'm going to bed.
Pause, ma'am. How can you cast it again, or do we have to wait till tomorrow if we uncast?
What, the seeming? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can cast it one more time.
Okay, and I'm like, maybe you should drop.
I mean, Jesse, can you get that spell slot back with Arcane Recovery?
I can also get it back with Arcane Recovery.
Because we already agreed we're going to hang out in this room for long enough for a short rest.
Yeah.
I have to AFK for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let's
All right,
just make
so
this
then-
quick.
Before you do that, let me go ahead and just address Neeb. So listen, Neeb, you seem like the type who you seem like the type of person who could maybe use an opportunity at a new path.
A new
And-
path, you say?
And we've had a couple of individuals. Have you heard of the folk band?
The frickin' folk band?
Yes, the friggin' folk band. That's right. You
I
seem like the type that could really be helpful to a party like that. A party of protectors of the innocent. You know, somebody who can help them in their needs to make progress of justice. You could take a new path, I think, if you were to find somebody like that. The folk band comes to mind because obviously you're a grung.
I've heard rumblings.
And of course, we've all heard of the folk band. The folk band is everybody's favorite adventuring party of heroes.
Oh my god!
I just got the latest issue of their comic. It's great.
yes, issue number 72. Yes,
Yes, issue number 72.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody's
Yes.
publishing that shit without royalties. Ma'am grumbles.
Not that we know.
Not that we know anything about that. Actually, we do know something about that. Can you keep quiet?
Can you keep a secret?
Can I keep a secret? Yes, I can.
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Go for it.
Does anybody want to help me?
Sure. Wait, no. Do I have insight?
Or vice versa?
I mean, if you're asking if I can keep a secret, I'll keep a secret.
Yeah.
I like you guys.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, yay, it's a 13.
Yes, I can keep a secret.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
So
that's why we'll just turn to Ma'am and give the nod.
Ma'am's looking back and forth between
Or
Swazos.
maybe not a nod, but
and-
like a hmm?
Ma'am looks at Swazos, looks at Nix. Are you guys sure?
I mean, listen, this guy is shady as fuck, but we've dealt with people who are shady. He just needs to see that there is another path.
I've never seen another path in my life. I live with the grungs. I go out.
We know another grung. We can help.
I understand. It doesn't look good on me, but For once, I need someone to trust me. I can seek another path.
Fine, okay, fine. Look, we're the folk man. And ma'am just like makes it go away.
No! I would like to start my 5-part apology by if I came across as a little coarse. Are you going to kill me, or I don't know? Please don't kill me. I'm sorry.
We want to offer you a new path. You can help us with something that we're here in town to do. We need to get our hands on something, and you seem like the type who's capable of getting his hands on things.
I thought you were legends. I didn't really think you existed.
Oh,
freaking folk band, my God.
Folk band, that's right, yes.
Yes.
Zwazos is eating this up.
Look
like,
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I do have to. Haven't you guys seen the Marvels? What If? So, I have to tell you this because it lines up with this. So, in the second episode, the episode is "What if T'Challa was Star-Lord?"
Oh.
So they play through the same opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy where T'Challa's on the planet and he goes and grabs the fucking orb, and then Djimon Hounsou's character's there to fucking blah 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 blah, and he's like, "You might know me by a different name," and Djimon Hounsou's like, "Star-Lord! Oh my God, the legendary outlaw!" He even goes as far as saying, "Should we bow? We should bow, right?"
I mean, I'm starstruck. This is amazing. The freaking folk band.
But but Zwazos essentially is telling me this is really perfect because we need to get onto that ship and we need to get this. We need to get the contract. Yes. And you seem like the type who could maybe help us.
Yes.
I don't want to use the term
Hey,
steal.
real quick. Can we pause this conversation for literally like 1 minute? Like literally nobody say anything else about anything for 1 minute. And ma'am furiously goes into her spell book.
Oh my.
Nick,
Okay.
I am expending a charge from my spell book to swap out an abjuration spell for Private Sanctum, and I'm going to cast Private Sanctum on the room so that nobody can hear us.
Oh, and I can help you, by the way, with the gambling ship.
Okay, now we can talk.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right. So the gambling ship, you pick up the passengers at the docks at 9 p.m. and bring them back at 3 a.m. That's what I know. That's the info I can give you. But that for sure. The the Zhentarim, they always fulfill their side of the deals, and this entire town of Womford is Zhentarim, from the bakers to the metalsmiths to the town folk. This is the info I can give you. Yeah.
I have to go.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
All
We
right.
didn't even get to kill anything.
I know. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Get to drink some hard liquor, though.
Yeah, and be
Yeah.
a giant squirrel.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, that was worth it. All in it.
And you get to level up.
Yeah, that is very true. So I will catch you all next time.
All right,
All
cool.
right. See
See
you
you, Chris.
next time, Chris. Bye.
See ya.
So you heard that though, yeah?
Yeah, let's. So I'm thinking that perhaps we get back into disguise, and then maybe we should choose some different disguises. Some less.
I was gonna say, if we could get this off of us, if we could like pretend that we just needed to rest. Like, oh look, it like wore off in this amount of time or whatever.
Now,
now that we see.
Yeah, now our giant squirrel friend is just a large man.
a very large, like barbarian-esque man.
Yeah. And I'm just a not short but just not tall person with a cloak.
And then
and I just want to tell you right now, because I want to change. I look at you, and my grung mind wants to make you a bondsman, but you are a friend. You are a friend. And if I say anything out of line, if I act a little bossy, just know that's how I act, okay? And if you want to slap me across the face, don't do that because I have poisonous skin, and I might secrete poison shit.
Oh!
Yeah, poison you. So, yeah, don't do that.
Oh!
So just a heads up, no contact.
Hang on. Nyx walks up to you and then just whacks you across the face.
Oh no!
Oh, what the hell? What?
And then I show my hands and I go, I am immune to poison. Don't fuck with me.
Damn, I thought that was okay.
Yeah, so
I deserve that.
Go ahead.
I deserve that. Okay.
Oswald's might come down, and it might just kind of lower down as much as he needs to because he's pretty short himself, and just say, "Listen, hey, if all this goes well, maybe you could come along with us long term. Be an adventurer with the folk band."
I want to change. Please.
Well, we're gonna have to do something about this guild. Like, we're gonna have to put that on the make a note. Like, we need to put that on the back burner. Like, that's gotta get dealt with once we deal with this whole giant war.
Well, yes.
Well,
I will say,
giant war.
I don't need to get at the end of the year. If I don't fill the quota, they will come after me. I'll be exiled, or even worse.
So they'll come to us.
Right. Yes.
That sounds like fun.
Oh my god!
Nothing better than having slavers to you when you're the friggin' folk band.
Yes.
God help us.
Yeah, but it's like an internship right now. Not like official. Just like don't go around telling people that you're part of the folk band.
Oh, right,
It's like probationary period. I think.
In a way, I'm your bondsman.
This is
yes.
This is like
let's not.
Little joke. No, I'm glad. No, listen. This is
but we could use this as an audition, maybe like
audition. Yes. Lovely.
Do people know you around here as a grung, or can you?
What are you doing here?
I'm just. Listen, back home, I'm a professor. I'm a red grung, so we are the scholars. We're the magic users, but I'm mostly doing the scholarly work. But with this guild, I can't. When I'm in the grungland, I can't, just tell people. I have to be out on the field to get people to go to the grung. I have to leave just to fill this freaking quota. Because, if you're in the grungland, you can't find people to come to the grungland. Does that make sense? I have to leave and find God. Yes. So I'm a professor in the grungland, but out here I'm a recruiter, just kind of a thief. Rogue. You could call me a thief rogue.
But why here?
Why here?
Yeah.
Why Womford?
Well, there's lots of people here down on their luck, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, everywhere you can find someone to, some degenerate who has nothing to lose and just, okay, I'll go over to Berlin and see what I can do for free.
And they don't.
I'm just, look around. I've been all over. I wonder what those camels are doing.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
They look strong. They look really strong. No, that's the old me. Sorry. Did I answer the question? I don't know if I answered the question.
You did.
Okay, cool.
You did. So.
Excellent.
I guess. We can keep asking questions unless we want to go to the ship.
When was the ship coming in?
9 p.m.
Your gambling ship. It's coming in at 9 p.m. It picks up the passengers at 9 p.m. and brings them back at, I believe, 3 a.m.? Yes. So that's the time.
Yeah, so why don't we got time to take a little rest here. Let's
Yeah.
rest up a little bit and then head on out.
All right, Stumpy, make my bed. I'm tired. I'm drunk.
Somebody or Stumpy?
Stumpy. His name's Stumpy. I know. He didn't tell me his name, so his name's Stumpy.
Where is this poor goblin even like?
I don't really have to him. He just follows. I honestly, I didn't even try recruiting him. He's just like, I don't know. He's just like nice. I guess so it's cool. Cool guy.
Shit.
That's what I say.
Bubble flies over and lands on Stumpy's head.
Yeah. See,
oh
look.
dear God.
See, no, he doesn't really do anything. He just kind of.
Is he like brainwashed already?
Honestly, no. I just met him. I met him here actually. Yeah.
Oh.
He was just walking around,
dear.
and I just like said, "Hey," I just told him to do something, and he did it. And
oh dear God.
I don't know. He just doesn't talk. Maybe he'll say something. I don't know. So
I just look at the goblin. Is he like just like perception or insight or something? Just like, is this goblin after?
And his eyes are kind of like face outward a little bit.
Oh dear.
Kinda like, yeah, just like a little bit. It's. Yeah.
Let's do an insight for.
Okay.
I'm not sure what. We'll find out together.
If he's under some sort of influence, or if this is really just a really like not intelligent.
Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Uh-oh. Nope.
Hard to tell.
Oh, can I guidance?
Too
Also,
late, I
can
already
can I
rolled.
help with that?
It was a nat
Yeah,
one.
no, yeah, it's a reaction. So yeah, you can. I mean, it's still a natty 1. So even with +4, it's
Yeah.
Oh, it's a. Oh, it's a. Could I have?
It's a no.
I should. I'm sorry. In order to help, I would have had to have declared that ahead of time.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why can't?
I mean, you can roll your own perception.
Listen, why
Could I
can't
roll my
someone just
own
be
insight
nice?
check
Why,
with?
just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean that they're just nice. They just do stuff. I don't know.
Listen, it's just listen. I wish I could believe you. It's just the fact that we know people that have been under.
I'm sure you've come across some.
Yeah.
What do you have? What gives you advantage? What's the?
I'm sorry. I had asked if Nyx could help me.
Nyx rolled their own.
Oh, so
Yeah.
then no. Okay, so then should I roll another one or just take the 7?
Yeah, just throw a d20. Okay, no. Hard telling.
God.
Damn, you people are unlucky. I thought the 4th round was.
Yeah, we're.
What I hear, I thought you were like.
Okay. All right. Well, it's just really unfortunate what's happening to this goblin. Moving on.
I swear to. It's a nice goblin.
It is a nice goblin. It's one of the nicest goblins we've met, but it's very tame.
Stumpy.
So I don't know whether there's something wrong with them. Medically. Arcana was. But you know what? It's really hard to tell. They're just a really friendly goblin.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't kill me in my sleep.
Just Bubble?
I mean, we're not going to sleep. We're just going out here for a while till it's time to get on the boat, right?
Who's this bird? Who's this bird on Stumpy's head? Why don't you talk to the bird?
This is Bubble.
Yeah, Bubble. Why don't you judge Bubble? Like what is this? Who's this bird? Doesn't talk.
Bubble's a bird, and Bubble has actually helped us.
Bubble's a familiar.
A familiar.
Like this one, and then Amos turns visible again.
Well, I'd like to know more about Bubble. Who's this Bubble?
Oh, he's a bird.
A bird. Okay.
Oxpecker.
There you go. Stumpy's a goblin. Ever met a goblin before? I'm sure you met goblins.
Yeah,
Amos is very bothered that nobody cared that he manifested into visibility. And he's gonna stick us off.
Would he go invisible and then return invisible
I
again?
can't believe I'm arguing with the folk band. This is insane. I love this. You guys are awesome.
We are.
What's the coolest thing that's ever happened to you?
I
must know.
I mean,
I got carried on a.
Is it true? Is it true that you like defeated like a ton of like storm giants at once? Like it was like a.
Frost giants.
Frost giants. Frost giants. Oh, geez.
But yes. Wow. I mean, their leader challenged me to any of us. I won the role, so I got to take him
the
down.
Longest straw.
I got to take him down 1v1, and
you did it.
Yeah, it was great. That's the coolest thing that I've ever done.
That's really cool. What other stuff have you done? I hear legends, but I don't know what's true.
I got carried on a pterodactyl trying to chase down a dragon.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's like I never. I can't touch pterodactyls; they'll die. Poison. Amazing. That's cool. All right. Well, anyways.
All right, so you're heading to the thing. Oops.
Yes.
How much do we have time to take a short rest?
Yes. I would say yes.
I will use my arcane recovery in that time.
Rest. Okay, good. So I need to do a thing. Do. Sorry. Get this up. Alright, so time goes by. It's almost time for you to go to the Grand Dame. You've got about a half an hour. You know, you kind of have to like walk through the town to get back out to get to the docks where the Grand Dame, picks everybody up.
And we're redisguised.
Yeah. So once we get ready to leave, ma'am will recast, and yes, make us all less conspicuous. How tall is Neeb?
Neeb is, I believe, 2.5 feet.
So I can make him a really
3
short.
3 feet. 3 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I can make Neeb appear 4 feet tall. So just like a really short old man.
Oh my god! I've never seen this high before. This is amazing.
Well, I mean, it doesn't actually. Yeah, ma'am's just gonna let him believe that he's seeing higher.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
Awesome.
Good point.
All right. So, the time comes. You cast your seeming again, and you all head down through the bar area. You do have the room for the night, so he just kind of greets you on your way out. You do see. It looks like there's a couple people who. No, you wouldn't know that. So you head on out, and it's fairly easy. You just make your way right back out where you came from, and just continue it down the path, and you see that when the path gets close to the river, there's a walkway that goes upstream where there's a bridge that kind of like goes up, like clearly it's made for boats to be able to pass underneath it. It goes really high up. You can walk over the bridge, and you can see on the other side of the river is Womford. You can see that even though it's at this point it's getting dark. It's not quite dark yet. It's definitely deep into dusk. There's probably another half hour to hour of light left, but it's still getting dark. So it's about 8:45 when you get down to, like I said, as you get down towards the river, it goes left upstream where you would cross the bridge, and then straight ahead you can see that there's a set of docks that run, and moored on the dock there is a big ship. It looks like it was probably made to fit nicely in this river. It's a pretty good sized river, and as you approach the docks here. Go ahead and share a map. What? Okay, I'm having a problem with having a problem with these. There, okay. Right? Okay, that worked. Fantastic. Okay. You see, let me get you all on the map here as you're getting on the dock to go to so I do have a what are you doing with your familiars?
Amos is invisible.
Okay.
I will just dismiss bubble to pocket dimension or whatever that is.
Okay. What about Stumpy?
What's Stumpy doing for?
Yep. Is he coming with you? Is he also disguised?
So Stumpy's actually there.
I mean,
I thought for sure it was an illusion the whole time.
No. No, Stumpy's like a. You know what? I like Stumpy, but
Is Stumpy gonna stay behind in the room?
yeah, Stumpy will stay behind.
Like Stumpy and Bubble will stay behind. Let's see. I've got Ma'am, I've got me, I've got Vark. You know what? Vark's not feeling great. No, I'm not gonna do that. Vark's there. Amos is there. He's invisible. Do you want to put invisible on him? Is that? I think that's a thing. I think you can put that effect on him.
I absolutely can do that.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I'm just dismissing bubble, so I believe I should be able to use an action to
just
summon.
Yep. I think it's a bonus action actually, but yes.
Let's appear as an action. You can cause it to reappear.
Oh, action. Boo.
Yeah. Choose one. Okay. All right. So let us share in the map. Okay. So you can't see into the ship, but you can see there's a big ship here on the left, and there's two places. You can see that there are some guards. Why can't you see the other two guys? Why is it's weird. They're not showing up on the map. It's weird. Okay, I don't know. Maybe you can see them, but my client can't. Yeah. So you can see. I'm gonna unlock tokens here. There's other map pieces to the right, so I'm just going to keep that black, although you can imagine that that's the shoreline. And the dock comes out along the shoreline. All right. Okay. You can see the other guards there. So as you walk up, the guard just kind of looks at you. Do you have passes, or would you like to purchase passes?
We'll purchase passes. Passes for all my friends here.
Very well.
And
10 gold each.
I say to myself, I'm in the freaking middleman. My God.
Do you say that to the guard?
No. Oh. I said it really. I was about to say it really loud, but then I was like, "Oh, gotta keep it cool." I'm a little bad.
All right. So how many of there are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he's going to take 50 gold. I assume you give him 5 platinum.
Yeah, I was going to say I assumed he'd take 5 platinum.
Yeah. So he kind of like eyeballs it. He's like, puts it in his pocket. So you.
As I walk by the guard, I'm like, yeah, he's a high roller. Sorry, this is like our first time in this one. Thank you so much.
And he smiles and he's like, well, you're in the right place then.
And then like I just giggle like it's like a cleaned up farm girl, like a very like knowing that you're going to a fancy place kind of thing. It's like just giggle. And I imagine like the ears for the hair to hide the ears. She just made like space buns with the hair.
Space buns. Awesome.
Nick, I'm having trouble putting the invisible like status on Amos.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I don't have an action for it in his cohorts window.
Oh, I see.
I tried adding invisibility as a spell to his list of spells, but when I try to click it, it just says, I don't know if you can see it in the chat.
Oh, I see units, HR. It's kind of a weird thing. Yeah. Okay.
I tried targeting and I tried doing it again with Amos targeted. But
here we go. There we go.
Okay, good.
So the what I just did is because he doesn't have like he doesn't have it for a minute, right? He just does it. Right?
Yeah.
In the top right, like where you would find the party sheet, there's an effects one.
Okay.
And so you can drag the invisible condition onto him.
Do you mean the combat tracker or the party sheet?
Nope. I mean your HUD. So in the top right of your HUD where it has the tools.
Oh.
Like where you would find spells and your character and the notes on the right side of your screen.
Yep,
At the very top, there's the tools. There's an effects option under tool. Yep. You can drag the invisible condition onto Amos.
I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. Everybody can continue.
Okay. All right. Anyway, he has it on him. He's good. Okay. So you are on the dock. You've been paid for. And you can see that there's a few guards up ahead here that are look to be guarding one entrance, and then there's another guard up ahead who seems to be guarding a different entrance.
Cool. Let's get on board. I'm ready to make some bad decisions.
I'm with you.
Let's go.
And so you can see once you walk in there that there are I didn't know you could get through there. There are windows into what looks to be like a gambling room, and whoever just was watching saw Neeb crawl through one of the windows. But you can see if you go south, there's an open door into like the ballroom area. So what you see when you go into the gambling area is you can see that there are 4 tables set up. 3 of the tables have people sitting, and they seem to be playing some card games. And then there's a 4th table where there just seems to be a dealer, and there's nobody sitting yet. And everyone kind of like looks up as you come in. A couple people nod at you.
Hello? I'm about to embark on a new life with new friends.
And you can see there's a few guards posted on the ship as well.
All right. Well.
Excuse me. Sorry. My friends are already on. Sorry.
Zwazos will sit down at the empty table, and maybe just as if to maybe make with the to keep up appearances.
Sure.
And,
yeah.
And
I want to
maybe
play,
go ahead.
I want to play your game. Let me play. I want to play now.
Does Need want to sit at a different table than Zwazos?
I'll play with you. Where are you? There you are.
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, so you sit down and he says, well, we have 3 games available, whichever you want to play. We can play Jacks Up, we can play Queens Around, or we can play Kings Forever.
I want to play Jacks Up.
Yeah,
it's Jacks Down.
I'll the order.
Jacks Down?
Jacks Down.
I don't get it.
Jacks Down, Queens Up, or Kings Forever.
Oh, so say them again. Oh, actually, I missed that.
It's
Jacks Down, Queens
Jacks
Up,
Down.
or
Jacks Down,
Forever.
Queens Up.
Jacks Down.
Oh. Whoops, and I'm talking in Goblin. He doesn't speak Goblin.
I speak Goblin.
Jacks Up. Queens Down. I think I've said it enough times that I've memorized it. So you want to play Jacks Up? He says, okay. He says, well, here's what we do, and he shuffles his deck of cards, and you see it's not like a deck of cards that you would necessarily expect, but he deals 3 cards to everybody, and then he deals himself 3 cards, and so he tells you that. It's not a standard deck. The deck is it has a lot more cards than a typical deck, but it has less available cards. And so he tells you that it goes from 2 to King, and so each one of those is like 1 to 12, and then so basically everyone is going to roll 3d12s, and the number you get corresponds to like what you get. So for ease, I'm gonna move it a little bit. So it's Ace to King, 1 through 12, but there's no 10. It goes 9, Jack, Queen, King.
Okay.
I was just thinking that.
All right. So, and then face cards are worth 1 point, except it's Jacks Up. So Jacks are worth 3 points. And whoever has the most points wins the hand.
Isn't it Jacks Down? Oh, Jacks Up. Never mind. Shutting up.
Oh,
Who's Jacks Up? Who said Jacks Down? Who's confused?
it was supposed to be Jacks Down.
Supposed to be Jack.
It was supposed to be Jacks Down and Queens Up.
What kind of a deal
I
are
screwed
you?
it up again.
My God.
All right.
Oh, boo.
Wait, how do I do multiple?
You hold it down and click the left button.
Right click.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
If you're mousing.
What about face cards? How much are the face cards again?
All right, so a 10 is worth 3,
Because
and then
it's a-
11 and 12 are worth 1.
Gotcha. Damn it.
Well,
Come on.
we all got.
Let me roll.
Shit.
Or you
Okay,
can
I just need to roll 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that too.
Oh, yay!
There you go. You got a point.
Oh!
Yeah, hey,
Hell
you
yeah.
got 4 points. 5
Oh,
points.
my God.
All right, man. So
Jack, Queen.
he also said that like everyone has to ante 1 gold. Like the game is 1 gold. And he says so. The first round, everybody cards are face up. He goes, and then the next round, we deal the cards face down. And so now your ante is 1 gold. So everyone paid 1 gold, and ma'am won the pot. So, and the dealer always pays in a gold as well. And dealer wins the tie. So dealer always wins the tie. So there was 4 gold in the pot. Ma'am wins the 4 gold, and each of Niblaguk and Zwazos have to subtract 1 gold.
1, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're the lucky roller of the group.
Yeah.
I've been seeing natty ones this whole time, but you're good.
So you see, without shuffling, so he says, we play 3 rounds and then we start over at the first round. So on the second round, he deals everything face down.
Nick,
and so,
did you already take the 5 platinum from me?
Yes.
Okay.
679.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah. And so you don't. Well, you did. You had 1 gold, so you now have 0 gold. And so, he looks for everyone to pitch in a gold. And so you're going to have to inform him that you don't have a gold.
Can I just slide him a platinum and ask him for...
And so what you see happens is he raises his hand. And as soon as that happens, you see this guard come over. And he looks down and he can see, he's like, you want to exchange a platinum for 10 gold? Do you want to exchange any more?
Let's do, I'll do 4. 4.
Okay.
That's okay.
So he will do the exchange with you. So you can minus 4 platinum plus 40 gold.
Yay.
All right, and then he'll go back to his post here at the bottom of the stairs that look like they go down. All right, so everyone pitches in 1 gold. And so this time you will roll in the dice tower.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
I've never used this thing.
Oh.
All you do is you drag your dice and you drop it onto the dice tower. And so you won't see what they are. And so I will tell each of you what you've rolled separately.
Oh, so we won't even see our own rolls?
No, I'll whisper it to you.
3d12? Again?
Okay. I am just doing a test d6 to make sure I know what I'm doing.
Let's see. I think
that looked like it worked.
Does this work? No? Okay, here we go. W. Does this work?
So I've subtracted 2 gold for me total.
So, I can see that.
You saw that. Did anyone else see me type a message?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, fantastic. Nope. So I know how it works. All right. So, did anybody already roll? Yes. Okay, I see. All right. So, all right.
I subtracted 2 gold so far, right?
Oh. Do we? Yeah, we Annie again at the beginning of these. Before these cards are dealt out.
Okay, those were out in the. Oh, those were not out in the open. Okay, all right. So hang on. All right. So. I gotta make me type this fucking thing out.
Zwazos looks very, very happy with himself when he looks at his cards. And
got a poker face going?
Can I roll a performance check?
Oh wait, it didn't work. Niblaguk, you didn't get my thing, did you?
What would a poker face? What kind of a role would that be? Would that be like?
Well, it depends.
Deception.
It depends. If you actually got a good hand and you're trying to send the message that you got a good hand, it'd be either performance or persuasion. I would think performance.
Yeah.
But ma'am's not going to look at her cards.
Oh,
not at all.
Nope. And she lets it, she shows that she's not looking at her cards.
All right, very good.
She just kind of leans back in her chair.
All right, and then you're gonna get 3 face down for the dealer as well. Okay, so the dealer looks at his cards, and then he looks around, and then starting at his left, so with Neeb, he says, do you wish to increase your bet? So you can You can bet another gold piece at this point if you think you're going to win this.
So far I have 2 gold pieces subtracted.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, I'll put another gold piece down.
Okay. So he bets another gold piece. So the turn comes to Ma'am. And you have the option. You can meet the gold piece. You can make it 1 additional gold piece. Or you can throw your hand.
Ma'am's gonna raise, so we'll put in 2.
Okay, yep. So you make it 2. And so
2.
Zwazos now gets the option to meet the 2 gold, raise it another gold to 3 gold, or throw in your hand.
I mean, I can only raise it by 1.
Only raise it by 1.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
And he would have kind of explained ahead of time that like that's your only option. Like it's not going to keep going. Like it's just everyone has the option to raise it 1 or keep it where it is, and that's that.
I'm absolutely gonna raise to 3.
Okay, so he raises to 3. So now Neeb's only options are meet the 2 or drop the hand.
I'll meet the 2.
Okay, same for Ma'am. Meet the extra 1 or drop the hand.
Ma'am meets the 1.
Okay. All right. And so the dealer says, okay, everybody's in. And he flips his hand over. And you can see he has 2 queens for 2 points.
Whew.
Does the dealer?
What's that?
The dealer has that?
The dealer has that, yeah. 2 points. Yeah. Neeb, do you muck or do you show? You don't have to show your hand. You can just give up and not show to anybody.
I'm not showing anybody anything. I don't like this game. I'm out.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right. And then he looks at Ma'am and he says, "Would you like to look at your cards or would you like to give up?"
Find out. And Ma'am flips over her cards.
Okay. And Ma'am flips over. Wait, where are Ma'am's rolls? Come back here. Ma'am flips over a jack and a king and an 8 for 4 points.
So is that 4 more on top of the 5 from the first round?
No, it's just each round is separate as far as points go.
Oh, boo.
Yep.
Ma'am just leans back in her chair, crosses her arms.
And so he looks over at Zwazos. Would you like to muck your hand or continue?
Zwazos just slides his cards away, shrugs, and I guess this isn't my game.
So he declares the winner and he pushes 16 gold to Ma'am.
Ma'am just rakes it in.
So I'm down to 37 gold.
Yep. So he looks and he sees
16 altogether.
16. Yep, you get 16 back. So so you gain 12.
I've just been doing everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I just threw 100 gold at Ma'am earlier, just cause.
And so he says, "Okay, it's round 3." He says, "In this round, we do everything the exact same as the second round, except we deal 5 cards down."
Is the ship moving right now?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna plunge in the water for a little bit because I need to immerse myself a little bit.
All right. But when you jump, the guard comes running.
Oh shit! Okay.
Sir!
Yes. What? Hello?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, because you don't look like a grung, so.
No. You look like a regular person who just jumped off the ship.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to sober up, maybe.
I will allow you to retcon that, because what this is going to look like is someone without wet clothes swimming in the water, because the illusion was not wet clothes.
Okay.
So your illusion wouldn't suddenly change to like wet clothing.
Well, no, I just slipped, and I didn't fall in the water. I hung off the side a little bit, so I didn't actually. Yeah.
By the time he gets back, you've pulled yourself up out of the water.
My bad.
Like, oh, that was close.
I do
Nick,
feel
this one time. Would you allow us to retcon that we submerged him in water during that short rest in the room?
Oh, I forget. Well,
it's all right. I fill a jug
Right,
of water.
until like tomorrow, like until you wake up tomorrow, it's not an issue.
I do fill a jug though, of the ocean water.
Yeah, I mean we can handle that.
Yeah.
We can handle that later. All right.
Like, well,
All right. So yeah, he does that. So in the meantime, like he's looking, he gives you like a minute to return to the table for round 3, but you never come back. So he's like, okay, he's like, we'll start round 3 here. So everybody antes in a gold piece.
Little guy didn't want me to take any more of his gold.
And then he's going to deal 5 more cards. So you'll want to roll yourself 5 d12s in the dice tower. Let's see. Okay.
I'm so sorry that I have to do these individually.
That's quite all right.
You can't like you can right click, right? You right click the dice.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I did.
Oh, you know what? I was trying to hold and then I couldn't click it again.
Yeah, you hold the left button and then while you're holding the left button, click the right button.
I assume ma'am looked at her cards.
We'll say this time she does.
Okay. All right. And he looks up and he says, okay, he says, for round 3, we go twice around the betting wheel. So you can ultimately add up to 2 if you want to, but it goes in order. So he'll start with ma'am. Would you like to raise or stay?
Ma'am this is the last round?
This is the last round, and then the first betting opportunity of the last round.
Ma'am looks at her cards. She looks up at Zwazos. She looks at the dealer, and she says, I know when I'm out. And she just pushes her cards forward and leans back and looks at her pile of 15 gold in front of her.
Okay. And so dealer turns to you, and he says, option to player. You can raise 1, you can raise 2, you can stay, or you can drop to dealer.
Can I do an insight check to get a read on what the dealer might have?
I mean, he's pan-faced. He does this for a living. I wouldn't make you roll because even with a 20, I'm not going to tell you if he's got a good hand or not.
Oh, okay. Well then, sure. I will. Yes. So bound down to 35 now. Gold. I'll pop another one on there because I can just do one.
Okay. One more. No, you have 2 because there would be 2 betting rounds, so you can bet 1 or 2.
I'll do 2 then.
Okay. And dealer says, okay. And he turns over his cards, and he turns over a 3, 5, 8, 5, and 8 for 0 points. And then he says, you have to show now.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to have at least a point to win.
Yeah, so also turns over his cards.
Okay. And you all see a queen and a king, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Zwazos wins. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 back. So yeah, 7 back, 4 extra from what you paid in.
Yeah.
All right. He says that's it for this game. He goes, we can play again.
I broke even. I'm gonna step away.
Nick.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna pour that jug of water into this bowl here, and then shape the water around my skin. Just so I can get a little, just a little more.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Would that maybe be something that you'd go to the privy and
do privately?
Well, no one's here, Is there a bathroom here?
There,
I don't see anything. There's no bathroom on the ship.
there is not a bathroom on the ship.
Weird.
That seems like there should be.
Yeah.
We can just say that there
I-
is.
Go
I
and
would
listen.
say that yes. So where these like bushes are, there are two little privies that you can go in.
Where?
These at the very back of the boat where you first walk in.
Yeah,
There are a couple
there's a guard over here, like looking.
But you close the door like it's a private room.
Oh,
Like
it's a
you
private
would
room.
you would go in the
Oh,
privy
that's
and
why I
like
can't
shut the
see
door.
that. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
Well, hang on. Let me
Oh.
let me fix that.
Man,
That's why you can't see.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hang on. I will.
While all this is going on, can Nyx like start just like looking around like all curious eyed, like playing up like because she said the first time this is my first time here, like super excited. So like just start looking around.
You look around. There you go.
Okay, so yeah, I shaped the water from the jug, put it around my skin. Ah, that feels good. Right.
Is this like a dining room?
Okay. I'm fixing little privies here.
I don't know what
Okay.
it's like a kitchen. I don't know.
All right, there.
Oh no, that's not the dining room.
Okay, so that is the dining room. So you walk in there,
Yeah.
Nix, and you see that there's a guard there, and he just kind of nods at you. Like it's very clear that they don't care about people walking around.
Mhm.
But the guards are both standing in the stairwells, so it's also very clear they don't want you going up or down. This stairwell goes up, you can see.
Okay. So I'm just like, sorry, this is my first time on this ship. I'm super excited. What I'm just like super curious. What's up those stairs?
What's what?
What's up those stairs? What there's stairs in the front and stairs in the back. So like which one
Oh yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, these stairs go up to the second floor. That's where the ship captain is. It's where the sleeping bunks are, and there's also the main chambers are up there for the captain."
So
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna meet the captain?
Possibly if a high roller makes himself known and wins a bunch of money, typically the captain will come down and invite him into his quarters and something like that.
Oh my god, that's super cool. My friend's actually a high roller, so maybe I can nudge him a little bit to start doing that.
I think
Dude.
as this conversation, ma'am like went to go find Nyx, and maybe hearing this, ma'am walks in and says, with her new sack of 16 gold, says, hey, look at this sack of change I just got playing Jacks Up.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so good. I know. I think it needs a little more than that, though. Don't you think?
I mean, yeah, I can take more money from people.
Nick starts laughing, like nervously, and goes, "Ha ha ha! Yeah, winning more money, winning more money."
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course. It's just so easy.
Oh,
You just
oh, that's
understand
what
the
you meant.
table. Like, you've seen me play cards,
Yes, I know. And then I just kind of read the guard really quickly. Is he at all impressed for taking this in?
He's not. Like he's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Like you get the impression he doesn't make that decision.
Ah, got it. Okay.
So Nick,
So I'm
sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're doing.
I'm just gonna thank the guard, and I'm gonna loop my arm through ma'am's, and I'm gonna walk out the door, and I'm like, "There's another stairwell in the back." I'm just trying to get as much information.
gathering intelligence.
Gather
Yeah,
intelligence.
Sorry if I slowed your roll. I was kind of excited.
No, as soon as we're out the door, like the door is closed behind us, Nix is gonna turn around and sort of just go, "Oh my god, you won 16! Oh my god!" Are these also stairs, or just like these little
What's
like
that?
indents? These
Oh,
little indents.
okay. Sorry. So, the spiral staircases both go up, and those stairs both go down. Oh, you know what's funny? Oh no, that's not even right. Nope. Okay. Yep, that's it. Those both go down.
I'm just gonna like look at the staircase and then like look at the guard next to the staircase and go, this is the first time on the ship for me. Where did these ones go?
And he kind of like cocks his head a little bit. He goes, "That goes down into the galleys. That's where the rowers row." He goes, "You're not like
Missing
I
anything?
mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I won't stop you if you want to go down there. Like, but you're just a bunch of sweaty guys. Like, I mean, have at it." He's like, whatever.
Nyx kind of like as soon as somebody says sweaty guys, Nyx tries to like calm the reaction, just be like from like disgust to like ooh, and then kind of looks at Mam like ooh. And then just be like, oh, maybe later when I'm a little more influential. It can be influenced more easily. I'm just gonna keep going back to where we were.
So Nick, Zwazos would like to try and get like a read on the room. I understand that things are illustrated here the way they are, but I'm wondering like the guard there, he's standing at the base of the stairs.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
what's up? Hi.
How tight is it? Like basically I'm wondering, Zwazos, I'm trying to get a bead on how likely it is that that Amos could sneak up those stairs to get a look around and report back to me.
Physically it would be possible for him to get by. It would take a stealth roll because of the sound he would make, like the wings and all that. So
I mean, I have figured that.
So it would take a stealth roll to get by him, but he physically could without touching him. And
yeah, you know. So it's not like you'd have to like brush his wing up against the dude's head to sneak through a door.
Exactly, but a low roll and that could very well happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I think Zwazos would, because 100 feet, I believe, is the distance I have that I can communicate with him telepathically.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, I'd say, hey, man, like, there's some stairs here. Go up the stairs and look around and let me know what you see.
Okay. So you do want him to try it?
Yes, I do want him to try sneaking up.
All right. So... Okay.
Actually, and I would have him also, as he snuck by, I would touch him real quick to cast guidance.
Okay, so you're casting a spell.
Ooh. I mean...
Oh.
With verbal and somatic components, right?
Yeah, so no, I guess not, because I got to be inconspicuous. Thank you for that, Nick.
Okay. All right. So he is invisible, so he's got advantage. So stealth. I'm going to throw this to you. You'll have to hit the advantage button. That's not mine.
Okay.
Oh!
I leave it.
Get in.
Oh, she knows I'm going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny because I only saw the 2 land. I didn't see the other one land. Yeah, I mean, you know, you've heard shadows make more noise than him as he crawls his way past the guard there, and so he makes his way. I didn't put a whole bunch of walls on this because I don't really care about this floor. So you can just, Zwazos can just see that level.
Okay. And
I'm not going to make him like walk into. So you can see that there's a bunch of hammocks for. It seems like maybe the guards sometimes spend the night there.
And there aren't any people.
What's that?
There aren't any people.
Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I didn't actually do that, did I? Sorry. Yes, there are 2 people up there. Hang on, let me find this again, and I'll put them on. Sorry. There we go. How? Oh. Okay. So smart, and that one. Whoops. Did I put?
Just a heads up. I at 2:30. I gotta pick up my wife from a pickleball.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah. I didn't realize what time it was. Yeah.
Wow. At 2:30, I'll see. So
time flies when we're waiting to get Mario's character involved.
And leveling up.
Yeah, exactly. We really should
have
investigated that further.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the quest experience. Yeah, so he goes up there. You can see that there's a big bedroom that looks like it's lavishly furnished. Clearly the captain's room. You can see that there is someone you would expect to be a captain that's actually at the helm of the ship. Right about this time, you see him like reach over and touch something, and there's like a big like wah sound, and then you actually start like pulling away from the dock. And to the right, you can see there's a woman who is, I would say, clearly dressed like a magic user. She's wearing robes, and she's looking over like what look like maps and like maybe tide charts, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then as what's his name's looking around, she turns to the captain and just says, "Okay, I think we're all set here. I'm going to go downstairs and just walk around." And he says, "Okay, pal."
So, Zwazos would like to get into this room and just have a look around, see if... Do we have any idea what this contract looks like?
I wouldn't think so.
Oh, yeah, no, I was hoping Justin or Eliza would have something. They're so much better at this game than I am.
I mean, I can look at my notes. I just remember that we had.
I guess Amos is just going to look in the captain's quarters for anything that looks like it might hold important papers or something like that.
Okay. Let's do. You know what? I'm not even going to do an investigation check. So he gets in there, right? And so he can see that there's like a desk to the left, and there's like a table to the left, a desk to the right. He assumes at the table there's kind of drawers underneath. He can kind of assume that's more of a dresser. So he goes over to the table where there's books, and you can see that there are papers. It looks like maybe ledgers for like how much money the ship has made versus loss, and like you can see a whole bunch of numbers. I'll say he's intelligent enough to see that like this ship makes a good amount of money. Like typically people drop a lot of gold on these trips. So he kind of goes through that a little bit. He goes through all the drawers and all the papers that he finds that you would expect a contract would be paper or whatever. All the papers that he finds seem like they're more about supplies for the ship, like what's going to be made for dinner that night, like how many people are rowing, schedules, things like that. You're not finding anything that looks like Zhentarim contracts. And there is a locked chest at the foot of the bed.
And so, I mean, even Amos doesn't have any thieves' tools, so he can't like try and open it. But Zwazos might cast. Oh crap! I can't cast. Can't even cast message because I'd have to friggin'. I mean, could I just move to an area of the? Or I mean, I could just go whisper over to Neeb, I suppose, and ask him like, can you get into a chest?
So I'm texting my wife. What do you just ask?
Can you get into a locked chest?
I mean, of course.
Okay. So, Zwazos might suggest that they sneak off somewhere private where it won't bring attention that Zwazos is casting invisibility on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I shape my water back into the jug.
And then Zwazos will maybe.
Where are you casting Are you casting invisibility?
Well, I'm just we Mari has to go, so I figured I'd just lay the groundwork for what we're gonna do.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can. I guess this is a good place to kind of cap it. So you found a locked chest. You know that there's a woman coming down. You know there's a captain. Yeah. So we'll pick up here next time. You'll have at least a week to kind of figure out what you want to do here.
And it's
awesome.
Such a pleasure to be back.
It's awesome to have you back.
It's awesome to have you back.
It's awesome to have you back.
I love Neeb.
Yeah, it was just like listening to
Sam
doesn't
trust him yet.
Yeah, I know. It was a rocky
him.
start, right? But it's not really. It's gonna be fun. So
I love the fact you're like, I'm poisonous, and then it's like, I'm immune to poison.
You just slap the shit out of me immediately. Oh, that's all that's stopping me? Okay.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right,
We'll
yeah.
see you.
Thanks.